Life Radio.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Speak Life Radio Show right here on GorillaCross.com. Streaming live on the Gorilla Cross app. Download that app for free in your app store. Go get it anywhere. GorillaCrossRadio.com. Get it there. We're streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. We are everywhere. I'm your host, Quan59, and we have a big show for you today. It's going to be dope, man. I'm really excited about the guests we have on. We have some topics we're going to be talking about. I'm still rocking Converse shoes. A lot of you guys are going to think I'm evil for that, so we'll talk about that tonight as well. Live music and video reviews. Stay out of my DMs. We'll talk about that as well tonight. Got my man, my co-host, Joe Sipe, in the building. What's good?
What's going on? Everything's good, man. Everything's good. Work's good. The weather out here in Vegas is good. Family's good. Everything's good.
There we go. Got my other guest co-host wearing the Kingdom Music shirt. I need one of those. My man, Jared Tennell, in the building. What's good?
How you doing, man? Thank you for having me back. Let's go.
Yes, sir. It's been a minute.
Few weeks, yep. Let's get it.
Man, I need a black Kingdom Music shirt with everything in red. That's what I need.
We got that. I'm going to get you both shirts.
Word.
Now that you told me that, I got you.
You got the black on black?
We do.
Those ones are dope. I love black on black.
We do, actually. So
I actually need more color. Every shirt I have, and I just got this. We're going to talk about our new sponsor, Overcomer
there you go.
Apparel.
You like black clothes, yeah. I
do. But I need more
diversity.
Variety, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, I got you.
Not diversity necessarily. I have diverse friends.
There you go. Okay, so that doesn't go with clothes.
Yeah, my clothing just isn't very
variety.
Diverse.
I got you.
All black everything.
Yeah,
I got you.
But yeah, I mean that's a problem, and I forget. I'll just go to the store. I'll buy. Oh man, this shirt's dope, and it's a black shirt. Mm-hmm. Even my button downs, I'm like, yo, that's a dope button down. I have like 5 black button downs.
I learned because me and brother Joe Sipe were talking off the air, trying to lose a little weight. Black, and I would know this because I've been trying to lose weight, is the only color that takes some pounds off the figure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So for me, I'm just speaking for me. So black.
No, everybody. I mean, that's a proven.
Black has been a friend for me. Yeah. In the clothing department.
It's true. It does. It's also the cut of the garment. Mm-hmm. You know, so the cut of the garment will help out a lot too.
Mm-hmm. That's why I hate those Gildan shirts that are like just wide everywhere. It's like, come on, man, you're making me look bigger than I am.
Cotton. Yeah, you got to get the next level. The tri blend. Yeah.
Gildan actually has like better versions of their shirts now.
They do.
But they still, like, when I get the cheap one,
yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
One wash and it looks 10 years old.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So you got to watch out, man. When you send me merch, watch out what you send me, which I think I got a Gildan shirt again. But it wasn't too bad, man. We're going to be talking about that too. I got a lot of people sending shirts. Listen, man, if you guys are watching the live video stream, please share with your people. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, make sure you copy the YouTube link, even if you are watching on Facebook, because you know how it is. Halfway through the show, Facebook usually chops out and kicks us out. So make sure you guys, check us out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Gorilla Cross on all social media. Subscribe there. And, yeah. How's your week's been, though, man? You guys been doing good?
Yeah, man.
A little tired?
Work's been good. Got some extra hours, and at the last minute, I thought I was gonna skip out on the family vacation next week, and the whole family came against me and told me no, it's not gonna happen. So I went into work and was like, oh, by the way, I need like 2 weeks off.
Wow.
And they were like, well, how long have you known about this? And I was like, I just found out. Like I've known about it for a while, but I just found out that I can't skip out on it. So I just found out.
They got to give you that, though.
Oh, yeah. Word up. So, I mean, I've been with the company for 11 years.
There you go.
So
got a little pool. Okay.
I wish I had more pull, after my 11 years, but
That's everybody.
So other than that, Michael's good, family's good. Just been work, man. A lot of stuff's moving, man.
Oh.
A lot of stuff's going on. I've been, I made it a challenge for myself I wanted to read at least like 3 books by the end of the year. I'm already into my 3rd book in like about a month and a half.
Dope.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm just setting up goals and knocking them down.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, listen, man, we're going to jump into our live interview right now. If you guys are watching, once again, please share. Let us know where you are tuned in from, and we will shout you out, shout your city as well. We have a dope artist. Man, he just dropped a really dope project. If you guys haven't heard it yet, we're going to play a couple of those tracks tonight on the show. We've had him here before. I looked it up. I think it's been like 5 years. He was out here in the studio, I believe. But I have my man Mission live from California, live on the line right now. New album just dropped. Less is more. We got you live. Mission, what's good, bro?
Yeah.
Up.
He's trying to figure out how to unmute.
It's a normal thing, man. Most of the time it happens.
Oh, my bad.
Yo.
There we go.
You
Word
couldn't
up.
even hear us, could
You
you?
was on mute the whole time.
We were on mute the whole time. All right, you didn't even hear our intro for you.
Yeah, I was.
Oh man, come on.
Well, it was a good intro. It was a good intro.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
What's good, man? We're talking about the new album just dropped. Less is more.
Yes, sir.
And I was just mentioning to the people that we had you out here in the studio probably like five years ago. And that was the last time I think we've had you on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a show in Vegas, right?
Yeah. Yep. We did a show in Vegas.
It was me, you, Brandon, and
Swift.
and
Art
Swift.
Swift. Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
That was a minute ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute. That was actually funny thing is that was the last concert event we put on. It's been that long.
Wow.
That was 2016.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
COVID,
What was that one by the
COVID's been like
airport?
5 years.
The one by the airport a minute ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Yep.
Hey, blame everything on COVID.
That's it,
Yeah.
my man. That's
Pretty much. Yeah.
it.
Pretty much. But we are trying to do events again. So hopefully, by next year, if they don't shut us down again, we'll be able to do that. But
Get you back.
man,
out.
Mission, how you feeling, bro?
Okay. I'm feeling good, man. Album out. I'm feeling great right now.
Dog, the album's
I'm
dope.
feeling great.
I had to hit you up right away. We're in a different era now. Like, we used to get emails and we would know when projects are about to drop. Now it's like, if we don't follow you guys on social media, we're not really seeing it. So I was glad that enough
Right.
people were posting it up. I saw you posting it up that I knew it was coming out. And then right when it dropped, I pushed play, man, and I've been impressed with the whole thing. Really dope project. You could tell you put time into it. We have some artists that will listen to their project, and it just sounds like they just put a whole bunch of songs together called the album. But it's really dope, bro. So just tell us about this. Tell us about the process of creating this and in the COVID season, putting out a project.
Man, I started it before COVID, to be honest.
Okay.
It was a long process because I was just so unsure of where I wanted to go and what direction I wanted to go. And I think I found myself just like kind of being free with the music, man. Just like, I'm going to just make whatever's on my heart. And, a couple of songs like we kind of did like towards the tail end of the project just to kind of give it more some life. It's not all deep and dark. But it was difficult during COVID because, I couldn't really get to the studio like I wanted to and work. So that kind of messed the flow up a little bit. But, man, I think ultimately we got it done. And, the response has been great so far, man. So I'm juiced. I'm juiced about it. I'm happy with it.
That's dope. That's dope. You got some cool features on there, too. And I like that you still have your solo tracks. A lot of people will just be too feature heavy, but I think you had a really good balance of some really good features and still doing some solo stuff. Talk about some of your features with us. Jared Sanders, you got V Rose, and then a few people I haven't heard of that were really dope. I was really impressed by them.
Yeah, man, I actually, bro, that's the most features I've ever done on a project. And it happened organically. It wasn't like something that I tried to do, but it just ended up happening like that. But Jared is like a good friend of mine. We talk every time we talk for like 2 hours because he's very opinionated about a lot of stuff. V is like, I've known V before she was V Rose.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like she's been on my last 3 projects. No, she's been on my last 2 projects. But the new people that y'all haven't heard of is what I'm most excited about. And shout out to Cannon. So Zay, he was on the intro of Dangerous. That's actually my artist on All You None of Me. That's my label that I've been pushing a lot. I don't know if you guys heard of Mark Stevie, but Mark Stevens is on the label as well. He's been going crazy. But Zay is a super dope artist. He put out the Cypher and all of that. So him, and then who else I had on there? Sherelle Angela. She's super dope artist. We might be, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to give it away too much, but she might be coming on the team.
Okay.
But we don't know yet. Who else is on there? Obviously Brandon P. You know what I'm saying? That's a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hope I ain't forgetting nobody. Cannon was stupid as well, so shout out to Cannon.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, those are the most features I've ever done, man. It just happened organically. So I was happy with it. I'm glad everybody came with it. I told Jared that was his best verse. Feature verse. That was his best feature verse. So he agreed with it. So.
Yeah.
It was a really dope verse. And when you and Jared talk, you guys say you're friends, and he's very opinionated. I see you talking about sports all the time. I know me and you, we talk about sports a lot on Facebook and everything. What are your sports conversations like with Jared? Because we actually had him as a co-host on my sports show a few weeks ago, and it was pretty dope. But what are those conversations like? I
saw that. Man, he on his high horse right now. Cause I'm a Saints fan, and he Tampa, and like I was talking big mess to him when we blew him out, and when they beat us in the playoffs, that was kind of tough. I ain't gonna lie. So we go back and forth, and he told me that Tampa was gonna come back and do what they did. I didn't believe him, obviously, because diehard Saints fan, but. We talk that. We talk basketball. I'm a diehard LeBron fan. I think he's a Laker fan. I don't know.
He's a Laker fan. He's a Laker fan.
Yeah, he's a Laker fan, but he ain't team LeBron like I am.
Okay.
So we normally argue about that.
All right.
That's a rabbit hole right there, man.
There you go. What's up, brother? Hey, this is
a rabbit hole.
There you go. Hey, this is Jared from Key Music, man. We met he was at the Summerfest too, the walkthrough. I don't know if you remember that.
Okay, I knew you looked familiar. Yeah. I was like, man.
Because I manage Brian T from Key Music, and who actually put me on to Mission was Antoine Hill, man. He was big
Antoine, my guy.
Yeah, Antoine Hill, man. He got so much love for you. Really believes in what you're doing too. And then Steve, the brother you just brought up, your artist coming from he's from
Mark
the
Stevens?
from the Bay, man. He's a beast. I met him in Ariza's studio in Stockton. Didn't even know he did music. Yeah, and now he's over there at that I think it was that a Rapzilla event out there in Atlanta doing his thing, man, with the sister out there. But tell us too. I see the feature list. Do you have any specific thought when you go into who's going to be featured onto your albums? Because I know when we kind of were trying to, help Brian with some albums and stuff, there was an intentional kind of purpose with the ordering of the work. Sometimes it wasn't, though. Sometimes it was kind of like just whatever's up there, whoever's blessing the song. I love how the feature list is looking, man. I mean, was there any intentionality into that?
And real quick, Mission, real quick. I don't know if you put a fan on or something, but I'm getting a lot of feedback. I'm getting a lot of feedback in your mic.
Somebody saying somebody like Joy Perez added didn't start feeding back.
Oh, okay, I'll just mute him out.
I hear it on my end too.
There we go. All right, we're muting him out.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know who that was. Jimmy Perez, I don't know who that
is. he'll be doing music reviews with us in a little bit.
Okay. Can y'all hear me good now?
Yeah. You're good.
Okay, so the only intentional feature I went after was Cannon.
Nice.
Because that was to get some eyes on the project.
Okay. Yeah.
But that was more like. But I'm cool with Cannon. Like it wasn't just business.
Right.
But that was the only one that I would say that was intentional. But everything else just kind of organically happened. Like when I first was doing bando, the first person I thought of was Paris because I just like his sound.
He's
I like
a beast. Yeah.
the music he does. And with Brand New Man, like a Scooty Wop, he's like a hot up and coming.
No, he's a beast.
Artist, but he's super fire.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, this is more of a younger sound, so who can I get to? So I just go off of like where the music is leading me, and like it's an artist pop in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, this must be for them. And even Paris could test today. He said as soon as he heard the beat, he was like, oh yeah, I could go on this. So that's what I do, man. I just let the music move me, man. I don't really like, hey, I need to go get this person to make this song. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's more like who I hear on it. But the only one that was intentional that we like before I even had the track, I was like, I'm gonna get Cannon on the record.
Yeah,
Cannon.
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to jump into one of these songs real quick, man, just so the people that aren't familiar with you yet can get a little bit familiar. I'm gonna play "Proud" featuring Jared Sanders. And how do you say her name? Sherelle Angela?
Sherelle Angela.
Okay. Tell us about her real quick.
Sherelle Angela, man, make sure y'all go follow her. I think her Instagram is @Sherelle Angela. But she's somebody I've known for a long time. And we've always, like, she lives in Sacramento where I live. We've always, like, been around each other but never did anything. And then she was just like, hey, bro, let's do something. And I didn't really take her serious. And then she got me on a track. She sent me a track. I liked it. And then I really started paying attention to her sound. And I was just like, man, you dope. And I just put her on the record. And she killed that mug.
Dope. So we'll let you guys know if she's as dope as he says she is right here. This is Proud. Proud off the new project, Less is More. Mission right here. Speak Life Radio. Here we go.
But we for my Satan is just a sinner.
Ride with the man of the family. Mom worked 2 jobs just so we can have sandwiches. Anything good always came with some damages. I had to stick to the code like it's laminate. Ayy, wifey was down, had to stay with a reeler. That basement was cold and we ain't have a heater. My actions speak louder than words from a speaker. The street taught me things I couldn't learn from a teacher. I had to hold up 11 years old. I only go off the things that you show. All of my circle been solid as gold. That was a real one, make God rest his soul. I'ma stay down when I pledge my allegiance. I made a choice to step back for a season. I made a choice to just fight all my demons. It's not that you hate, it's just you not believing. Basically, I'm finna go up, no slacking, just action, that's facts, and I swear ain't no capping. Honestly, I cannot get too attached. How he's off of the latch and I throw all the baggage. You judge a book by its cover, I'm covered. I know he gon' finish the story. Really, it's nothing to send him in action. I promise to chill, and that's word to my shorty. Mission.
Sometimes I'ma fall, gotta get up, yeah. I've been through some things I just can't forget. I'm so proud I didn't say that, even though it get frustrating. Life is what you make it, yeah. We all fall down sometimes. We get back up and try again. The truth ain't hard to find. You should be proud. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, I know it's hard to consider it. I had a father, but not all the benefits. Gotta be God, it was hard in the tenements. Hardly a card, never calling on Christmases. Yeah, that put a scar in your innocence, especially when you and your father resembling something like twins, and you got in common like all of your interests. But it get dark and you hardly can mention them. Yeah. And now I be wearing my heart on the sleeve. Now I know why if the wifey and I get into it, it's breaking my heart if she leave. I got a hard time shedding tears, cause I never saw mine, never grieve. And tell me it's all fine, never feared, and help me to walk, cry, and believe in a God who would love high in a tree. Let him flog him to be what he destined to be. And up on the cross, died for the lost guys. He was on it and checking for me. But that's why I know it's a blessing to see. Cause my old man was a deadbeat, but then Christ came through and beat death like Rocky punching on the red meat. Oh man.
Sometimes I might fall, gotta get up again. I've been through some things I just can't forget. I'm so proud I didn't say that, even though it get frustrating. Life is what you make it, yeah. We all fall down sometimes. We get back up and try again. The truth ain't hard to find. You should be proud of yourself.
Get back up again. No matter how far you fall.
Yo, that is Mission, proud featuring Jared Sanders and Sherelle Angel.
That was hard.
Off the Less is More album that is out now. Make sure you guys go check that out if you haven't checked it out already, because it's super dope, man. I love that track right there, man. And if you like that one, the whole album is really dope. I love it, bro.
Yeah.
I love it.
She sound good, huh?
She's really good. She was really good. And the first time I heard it, because Jared's one of my favorite rappers, so I was really like tuned into what he was doing. But then when she came in, that just, to me, just brought the song to life. You know what I'm saying? Because both you guys had really dope verses on there. But when she came in like that, because I'm so weary about singers sometimes. You know, you get a singer on there, especially if it's somebody you haven't heard of before. Like if it's V Rose, like I already know V Rose. Like I trust her. I know I'm going to like the song. But when it's somebody new, I'm like, is that just a homie? Is that somebody from church they were trying to do like a favor for?
Right.
But she was really dope, and I was really impressed.
I'm going to make sure she know.
She should be tuned in right now, man. You should have told her.
I hope she is.
All right. If she's not, check the replay. But it was really dope.
Yeah.
Yo, so how do you put together your track list, man? So like, do you produce? Do you have your own production team? Do you actually shop beat tapes? How do you do it?
What we do is like once we get all the tracks, and my production team right now is Brandon P. He pretty much mix everything, touch everything up, masters it, and do all of that. But what we do is we put the tracks all in like iTunes when we get ready for track listen, and then we see what sounds best coming after each other, and then once we get that, then we go for like what feel are we trying to go for, because like a lot of my albums in the past, like I always started slow, but on this one I wanted to keep a consistent like drive throughout the whole album. So when I was creating it, I was like, okay, if I do a more of a deep song, say like a Proud, it still had a bounce to it, but it's still meaningful lyrics. And you look at a song like Worthy, it's still meaningful lyrics, but it had a bounce to it. So I wanted to keep a bounce throughout the whole album. So I started off kind of more of the brighter songs, but then it went darker, but it still had the same bounce. So we look how I take that in consideration, and then what sounds most cohesive going after each other.
And that's in post though, right? That's after the tracks are all done.
After it's done.
I'm talking about like when you're actually making the tracks. Like, do you write the song first and then say, hey, I got this idea, and then your productionist will say, okay, let me feel that vibe and let me try to make something to it, or you're like, oh man, let me just listen to a whole bunch of beats. Hey man, I like this beat, I want to write to this, and then how's that process?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, my bad. I misunderstood the question.
No, it's all good because that post process is just as important.
Yeah. Man, how I do it is, bro, I go through hundreds and hundreds of beats, and I make at least 50 to 60 songs before I even, start calling it myself making the album. But like, I'll get beats offline. I have like, if they're not up to par, but they got like elements that I like into it, I can have Brandon remake it. I've gotten songs like that just dropped on me, and then I started did like a cadence to it, and I'll send it to a producer. I've gotten like beats emailed to me, and I'll go from there. But it's really no one formula, man. It's just kind of whatever moved me while I'm in the process of making music. And then when I feel like I got enough good songs, I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn this into an album. Unless I'm doing like a concept album or something like that. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense, man. I like that. I like that idea where everything is just it happens as natural as possible. Dude, the track was dope, my man.
Yeah, because
I'm
I
liking
don't
what I'm hearing.
Thanks, bro. I don't like sticking to like a certain way of doing it. It's just like, man, let me just make music. It's almost like exercising. It's like right now I'm working on my next stuff. All my songs aren't good right now, but I'm not tripping because like, all right, I'm back in the gym now.
Yeah.
Eventually I'm gonna catch a groove, and we're gonna, then we'll start talking about my next, whether it's gonna be an EP, whether it's gonna be an album or whatever.
Word. I like that. I like the analogy too.
You said you had a bounce in the music, and then earlier you kind of said that, you didn't want to have it so serious, right? You know, in the last few episodes, we've had the people come on, right? And I think it's cool because it's two sides of the conversation about how what influences music, right? So on one end, some people are like just too political, like, you know, NWA kind of, or, you know, just too influx with political and social issues that, you know, sometimes you can miss people with the music. But then sometimes we've even spoke to people and it's like, well, you know, if you call yourself to this genre of music, you know, should the message be more apparent, whatever the case is. What did you mean kind of by like, I wanted this to not be so over the top, you know, gloomy? I think that was the word you said. But as opposed to, do you have a certain balance with the truth of obviously you're a believer, but then also to giving good music? And then, you know, do you feel sometimes that can be overdone? Because I know that is the conversation within Christian hip hop sometimes. Like, sometimes I feel like that's the sentiment overall. Yeah. We're beating people too upside the head with certain understandings of just of God in general, right? But speak to that a little bit.
Yeah. So I'll answer it in two parts. So
That was a loaded question. Sorry.
No, it's all good. The first part, when I'm approaching the music, I'm not necessarily thinking I'm approaching like when I was saying gloomy. It's like a lot of my music in the past is like it's super dark. Not dark in a like evil way, but like dark, and it's like, oh, these are my deep.
There's some deep meanings.
Feelings. And it's some deep. So like I like that. That's me. That's who I am as an artist. But like, how can I do that same thing and still have a bounce to it? Still make you listen to it. You like the beat and things like that. Because I'll take J. Cole for instance. Like he did a song and he was doing the current cadence. The beat was the current sounding beat, but what he was saying, if you really paid attention to what he was saying some deep stuff. So that's what I meant about that. And then I'm one of the ones. I don't think it's one way to do it. So like, you have an artist that's beat you over the head with the Bible. That may not be for me, but it's for somebody. And like, you have artists who don't really say nothing about the Bible. They just may say a reference. You know what I'm saying? It may not be for the person that beats the person over the head, but it's for somebody. I think we need all of it. You know what I'm saying? I think we need the people that's like super scripture heavy in every bar. Because there's people that need that. It's just like Joel Osteen is for some people, TD Jakes is for some people, Mike Todd is for some people. I think we all need it. I don't think we should shun either way. Now, if it's just trash music, it's just trash music. But I think you can be
come on now.
So Side need to testify, man.
Are we allowed to say that anymore? I'm not sure. I got in trouble for calling music trash this week. So can we say that?
Man, if it's bad, it's bad.
I agree.
No, that's awesome.
That's my take on it, man. I think we need it all, bro.
Yeah. No, that's awesome too. I think because, you know, it's just balance. I think, and that's the sentiment. We all kind of come from certain particular, you know, backgrounds with the music, but yeah, that's cool, man. They're just the balance, right? Whatever works, whatever is effective to your demographic.
So I got a quick question. These are the type of questions I always ask whenever I talk to artists, whenever they come in for interview. So I saw that. Off camera. Off mic, I saw that you had the little Scarlett audio interface. So how much work do you actually do at the house? Like, I mean, do you actually record, okay, this is the verse that I want on the track, or is it just for scratch?
So this album, due to the pandemic, I had to record, I say like 75% of the album right here on this little laptop on the Scarlett.
Wow.
On the blue mic, just right there next to me.
It's impressive.
So I did 75%, and then when I was able to get back in the studio, but man, I don't record scratch vocals. If I record, it's going down.
All right,
I hate re-recording.
Really?
I hate re-recording. Yeah, because I don't get the I live in the moment of a song, like
I feel that,
and then trying to go back and then redo it the same way I did it. I'm good.
All right, so how soon after you write are you going in to record? Are you practicing before you jump on the mic?
Nah, I'm writing it, and then as soon as I write the verse, I'm recording it.
Wow, it's good stuff.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I don't like to wait. I'm just like, I gotta go right now.
I feel that.
You feeling that inspiration? You feeling that momentum, that adrenaline? That's how you gonna get that best recording out.
But see, you sound good doing that. A lot of artists they try that, but they don't have their delivery down. So they're trying to deliver and read at the same time. So my advice to artists like that is always make sure you have it memorized before you go in the booth and record it, because it sounds like you're reading it. So, with you doing it the way you did it, you can't tell that you're reading it right then and there, and you don't know the verse yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope.
Well, I mean, like V Rose, she said she don't record until she memorize it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, different strokes for different. I need to say it right then, right now. My cadence is fresh.
Yeah.
I know how I want to say it. Like it's weird though. It's because like I know it, but I still need the words there, like just as a placeholder.
Yeah.
Because I'm writing it so much, I'm rapping it every time I go over it. By the time I'm ready to record, I got a pretty good idea of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Going into the live, events now that some of the stuff is peeling back. Or not, we don't know yet. There's some stuff, whatever the case. But I seen you. They put you on. You're on the Summer Fest, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's awesome. Do you have problems with, because you put music straight from the pad to the mic? Do you have to kind of go back over live sets and the songs that you have in those live sets? Is that an issue? I've seen that be an issue with certain people, or is it to memory so much to where you really don't have no issues? Because your delivery too, and just that song with Jared Sanders, man, that's like, you better know what the lyrics are saying, right? Because
you gotta know,
you're spitting fast, yeah. How do you see that with the live events, especially if we're all getting back into it a little bit?
Man, I rehearse, bro. Like I had rehearsal Sunday night.
There you go.
I rehearse. Like if I know I got a show coming up, I'm rehearsing.
There you go.
Because like I don't rap over my lyrics.
Okay, live.
So it's like something that I gotta know. So
yeah.
Because I take that serious. I'm kind of old school in that. Like look at a Jay-Z. Like he like I'm not rapping over my lyrics. Y'all can listen to the song on iTunes or on the CD. If you hear for the live
I hate when people rap over their lyrics. It's annoying. It sounds like a CD, and then you see them pull the mic away, and their lyrics are still going.
Right.
It looks fake to me. I want to hear live when I go to a live show. I agree.
Yeah. And you need to rehearse too.
But somebody told me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, just sometimes you do need to rehearse that, because sometimes people don't have the breath to keep a full 16. And then, that's why there are people who stack. But then, if people do have a hype man, it's, they have to be able to stack and be able to.
That's why I always tell people to write.
Yeah.
So you could do it on stage too without having to cut, because when artists come in and cut up their whole verse, I'm like, there's no way you could do that live.
True.
Without taking a breath on every cut and pulling the mic away. So just write like that.
Yeah, facts. What were you saying? My bad.
Better
brother.
get that wind up.
Yeah, you got to run for that.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Hey, speak to it too a little bit, man, because this was fresh, man. Me and Antoine were just talking about you the other day. It was because, again, another loaded question. Forgive me, man, but I think you have.
No, you good.
You can inform the independent crowd, man, because a lot of the people that submit music are coming from that indie. And to be honest, I feel like music is just fully independent nowadays. I don't really, unless you are some of the big names. Even those people sometimes are just distribution deals. They don't necessarily have label deals anymore. But your self promotion and marketing is hilarious, and it's actually very, poignant to actually getting the word out on certain projects that you got out and different things like that, right? So you had this one video where I guess it was like, you had the cue in with the music and the sound effects perfectly, but it was like, people ask me, man, that's such a dope song. Why doesn't it have more views? And then it shifted to the whole different serious music. It's like, because you ain't sharing it. He's like, but if you like my music, why don't you share it? Why don't you share it to your friends? But speak to that, like, as an independent artist, with you, when you don't have, quote unquote, a marketing machine behind you, the importance to engage with your audience, be funny, and to do certain things like that. I mean, just on both sides of that. Like, what are your take on that?
Yeah, I think it's just being like, that's me. I'm naturally like goofy and you know what I'm saying, funny. I think I'm funny.
No, that was funny.
And I think it's just being creative, man, and just trying it. And like, because of, like, there's stuff that I put up and the engagement be kind of whack, and I'm like, ooh, I probably shouldn't have posted that, but I'ma still ride with it. And I be just trying stuff, bro. Like, that was a TikTok trend that everybody was doing, and I was like, oh man, maybe I could do it like this and kind of talk about how people don't share. They say the music is dope, but don't share it. And like, I did it, man. And
did someone really ask you that question? Why is there not more? Did someone really ask you that question? I like this video, but why are there not more views?
Man, it's on YouTube right now.
That's
man.
messed up, man.
They should have more views. Like, share it. Man. Like, that's a real.
Yeah, hey, you did
what you gonna do?
Yeah, you did that.
Friends, your family,
funny,
your
man.
coworkers.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, they're trying to motivate you. Like, this video is so
Right.
dope, it should have more views. But yeah, you're right.
Didn't come out as
Help
motivation.
out, share it. And we talk about that all the time, man. You're an independent artist. Like, we need you to share. We need you to buy the music. We need you to help support the independent artists.
Yeah.
Don't just talk about doing it, and don't talk about how dope they are if you're not playing your part to help out.
Yeah. You said it
Like
too.
the
Go ahead,
trend now is people is telling me I'm underrated. Like that's a compliment. Like I'm like, all right, help me not be underrated. Then. Like, if that's how y'all really feel, get the word out about me. Like, I guess it's supposed to be like, oh, bro, you're underrated. Like, all right, dope. But how does that help me?
Exactly.
He said, how does that help me?
Get me out of that. Get me out of that arena. Yeah,
I still think that's a compliment though, because they're saying you're dope and you're not as known as other artists. So I mean, I know that's a compliment, but I understand how you're taking it too.
Yeah.
Like, help me be overrated. You know what I'm saying? Help rate me the right way.
Yeah.
You're doing it the right way too, man, because you just spoke to something that's actually real. Like, engagement on any social media platform, it's the algorithms, you know, and if you are a self-promoter, you know about this, right? On Instagram, Facebook, those are one and the same thing. Not so much YouTube, but man, if you bring out foreign promotions, right? So like if you bring like a YouTube link, or you bring a promo flyer or whatever the case is, they know that that's what that is. So what you did in that TikTok, you know, themed video was perfect for engagement, man, because if it's natural to the platform, it just has more. They want to push quote unquote entertaining things, right? So yeah, man, I thought that was fun, and I think people, man, if they could be more creative, man, it definitely could help the brand a little bit. Yeah,
for sure. They're not anything like if you put link in bio, they gonna turn the algorithm all the way down.
The no traffic,
and the algorithm changes all the time. That's the frustrating thing. You don't know. You think you finally got it, set, and they switch it up on you.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome, man.
All right, so what's up next for you? You got the album out. We're kind of open. We're kind of not. We don't know if we're going to shut down again. We shouldn't, but that's another story. But what is next for you? Are you actively doing shows? We got the event in September. What's that look like for you?
Yeah. So I've been rattling my brain to see like how, because I want to tour off this album, but I just don't know how it's gonna work. But I do got a few shows coming up. Like I'm doing the album release concert / short film that I got coming out on the 8th, which is actually this Sunday. I plan to tour, man. It might be next year, but I don't know how everything is going down because they just put the mask mandate back in California. So
yeah, they did that out here too in Vegas, even though you could pretty much walk in everywhere without a mask and no one's really saying anything. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but
that's
same here. Nobody said nothing yet.
Yeah.
So
because I think businesses are even kind of not wanting to jump into that. Like I don't care if people come in the studio with masks on. Yeah. I think it's weird when they do.
Not me. I'm like, hey man.
Yeah, it's just like we rocking now.
He said we wild.
Well,
we're Florida.
Go ahead.
No, I'm making a joke, man. I'm making a joke.
No, I was saying I got like AOYNOM. That's All You None of Me. That's the label. Mark Stevens, Zay. I plan on pushing them a lot more. Mark just got Freshman on Rapzilla. He been going crazy, trying to get Zay activated and really just pushing the brand, man, and trying to stay active. That's what's next for us.
So is this your 9 to 5?
Yes. I mean, I full time. 24/7, man. I need a break.
That's a blessing, though. Yeah,
I need a break. Man, but yeah, man, I definitely do it full time. But I'm an entrepreneur, man. I be having my hands in everything, doing merch. So I got the heat press and everything set up at the house.
Nice.
Okay.
There you go.
You know, I'm just doing everything, man.
Now, is that a heat press shirt you got wearing right now?
Yeah, I did this.
Okay, because I saw when you said heat press shirt, you kind of, pumped your chest out a little bit.
Okay.
Pump my chest out a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. That's nice, man.
I think we're getting one of those for the studio soon, man. Just to.
Oh shoot! Hold on now.
No, that's a blessing
right,
too.
Hey, send me the address, man. I got y'all.
No, you being full time, like people don't know from the outside looking in, especially being independent, man. That means that's a testament to your hard work and a testament to God blessing you, man, because that's not easy, you know. And I've seen people struggle to try to walk into that calling, but then can't because of obvious reasons, right? But then so I could see that God is doing some things, man, and that's a testament to your hard work, brother. Amen.
Appreciate it, man. Man, tell Brian and Antoine we got to get one. Antoine was talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, though, man.
No, Twan, you know how Twan came, when he was talking about you, he had you like this little, speaking about underrated, kind of had you like, man, I know this dude, man, and, nobody really, know about him big yet, but watch. And then sure enough, man, it was you, bro. And, yeah, you got it, man. You know how to, spit, and you got the, you reach in every different demographics too, man. I can see that. So no, I got you. Look, we definitely Twan. No, seriously, he has actually a project coming out. So
yeah, you need to get a lot more views, bro, because you are underrated.
Dang. Yeah.
No, man, for real, man. I hope to be able to bring you back out to Vegas too. Hopefully, when things open up, I know, we're trying to put on the event in a couple months and try to get that back active in Vegas because. The scene died out since then, man. That's why we haven't done anything. Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
But we definitely want to do that. Let everybody know before we let you go where they can find you, where they can follow you, where they can get this project.
Man, please go and get the project. Buy it first, then stream it. You can get it on all streaming platforms. Follow me at Mission is Music on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of that. Hit us up. Oh, follow AOYNOMMG at AOYNOMMG as well to stay updated with the new artists we got with their music and stuff like that. And follow the brand, man. We trying to put on.
Dope. Listen, man, get the new album. We're gonna play another song off that project right now, but make sure you guys get the album, download it. Don't be cheap. You guys can spend $20 on Starbucks every day.
Come on.
Buy an album. Don't these artists need your support.
Let's go.
If you really are a fan.
Yeah.
If you're not a fan and you just want to fake it and act like you're a fan, don't buy the project. But if you're a real fan, you got $10. You got your unemployment checks. You could take 10 of those unemployment checks and spend it on some good music.
Yeah. Stimulus.
Or just buy your favorite single off the album or whatever, and then stream it and download. Do all your legal downloads after that. But we do appreciate it, man. We are going to get into another song. What song do you want us to close this out with?
Do By the Bay. Just to turn us up, man.
Turn us up.
By the Bay.
All right, this is By the Bay off the new project, Less is More, Mission. We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, God bless you, bro. Yee!
Thank you, guys, man. I appreciate y'all, bro.
Yeah, we will talk soon, man, for sure.
Sir.
Stepping when I came through. Who is that trying to tell me what I can't do? I can't do you, cause I ain't you. Said that it was game, but that ain't true. Live by the bay, but ain't nothing basic about me. Laughing in their face when they doubt me. Push a hard line, man, I'm outie. Hey, driving in that lane, why that sucker wanna foul me? If you asking myself, I'm in the top 10. Living by that label, don't get boxed in. Coming in that water, hope you got fins. We just know the same people, we are not friends. It's your man bout. You come around begging with your hand out. How you say you living blessed, put your man down. Or you ain't doing everything that you can now. Put your hands down. If you ain't on the same page, we cannot link. When I'm walking on faith, I cannot blink. He was walking on that water, he cannot sink. Man, they got some clever ways, I gotta outthink. Come again. Heard they got what I need, I told them run it in. When we drive, they say the team going dumb again. I was good standing out, I never wanna blend. Spread my wings, elevated, now I'm in a wind. Told the mom, said she proud of me. Christian black man, that's what I'm proud to be. Moving on my own speed, but never moving cowardly. Watch out for them demons trying to seek and devour me. Youngin' had to come up, but we never seen the mansion. Y'all been moving kinda weird with the rock like Marilyn Manson. I've been carrying a lot up on my plate, but I can manage. I've been growing, think the power in my dreads, I feel like Samson. I was walking in the jungle with some beasts, but I can't panic. I was cool when they was barking, cause the barking did no damage, Yeah, take off in the plane, it ain't no landing. I know if it's for me, then I can have it, ayy, reel 'em in. Gotta get the work to get the dividend. I've been with the team, we moving militant. Somebody said I changed, but I don't give a cent. I ain't turn my back, man, I'm just pivoting. Big stepping when I came through. Who is that trying to tell me what I can't do? I can't do you, cause I ain't you. Said that it was game, but that ain't true. Live by the bay, but ain't nothing basic about me. Laughing in their face when they doubt me. Push a hard line, man, I'm outie. Hey, driving in that lane, why that sucker wanna foul me?
Yeah, that is Mission by the Bay right here off the Less is More album. Make sure you guys go get that right now, man. The whole thing is dope. I am super impressed with that project. So make sure you guys check them out, man. I'm qualified now. We're here with my man Joe Seif and Jared in the building, man. We have some live music and video reviews to do tonight, so I'm excited about that. We got chewed out a little bit. We got DMs.
I've seen that, man.
And I said,
what they doing, man?
I say on the show all the time, man, if you DM us, I let you DM me for years, you know what I'm saying, with the hate mail, telling me because I gave you a bad review, I'm not a Christian. So, listen, I've been saying for about a month and a half, 2 months, that if I get those hate DMs, I'm going to start taking screenshots because I'm petty. Listen, I'm petty. I know it. So don't feel my pettiness because I will do it. But I posted a screenshot of somebody that hit me up at 2 a.m. in the morning. We hadn't done a show in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I think I've seen that.
And so I posted that up and got some hate mail off that. Got a couple more people.
Yeah.
And then had somebody else jump in. Never heard his music. Never heard of this guy before. Said we had an argument about Trump. I don't care about politics. So if I do argue with you about politics, I don't care.
You're probably trolling.
I'm probably trolling. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I don't care either way. I'm more in the middle.
Yeah.
But it just got crazy. A lot of everybody in the Speak Life Radio group that commented was getting DM'd by this certain person. We're not going to give his name out there. We'll just call him Muslim White.
Muslim White. Come on, man.
And so, that's kind of what happened. So just a disclaimer, we are not accepting your DMs without a screenshot. If you don't want real critique, if you think your music might not be good enough, it might not get a good review, we're here to help you out.
Yeah.
So anytime we give critiques, and I could attest to this, all three of us in here, Luke, anyone else who's been a co-host or a guest that's done critiques, we all give advice. Even on songs that it sounds like you have no hope to be a rapper, we're still going to give you advice on how to get better. So if you don't like what we say, you can accept and move on because you do not, you do not have to submit your music to our show. We're not making you do that. It's okay if you do. We appreciate it. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you submitting. But we are not making you submit. So don't get mad at us if we give you a 1.2 out of 5.
Yeah.
That's our opinion in this room. Yeah. Somebody else might love your music. Somebody might not. But what's your opinions on that, guys?
Man, I was saying it on the live coming up here. And I'm joking, right? Like I'm feeling good, man, driving up here. Just God is good. And I was on the live being real jovial, just messing around. Yeah. But I stated exactly what you said, man. And I love to challenge people in a healthy way, right? Take it from somebody that has been in Christian hip hop. Matter of fact, Trump. Wow. Quan. His experience.
You called me Trump?
I was thinking of your name, and then I said Trump. Sorry.
I mean, some people think
it wasn't because of political standpoints. But Quan and Joe Seif, their experience in Christian hip hop and hip hop in general is Trump's mind, right? But I've been literally doing this for 8 years. And guys, I have seen, so many people, because I think it's just hip hop moves the culture now.
Yeah.
Right. It's crazy. This is different from growing up in 106 in Park and TRL. And, it literally is infused in commercial life now. It's all over, right? But because of that, I think, and everybody, if you got money and you want to put into some music equipment, people can do it. Amen. Look, and we've even said it on here before. If it's a hobby, it's good, but always want to try to get better at what you do, even if it be a hobby. But if you're literally taking it serious and you feel like this is a gift and a talent that God has given you, man, the truth shall set you free.
And that's if it's just a hobby, don't submit it to us if you don't really want the critique. You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna give you the real, because we're a media company. We're an LLC media company, so we're not just people in a garage, which is fine even if you are doing that and critiquing. You're still choosing to send your stuff to them, but we're doing that as, would we play you on our radio station, because we have a 24-hour station. So that's the critique we're doing, is would we play this? Is this up to par with mainstream artists, with anybody else we would show this music to? Is this something we would be proud to show if we were shopping you to a label or to do a concert or a show? Joe Sype, what do you got?
Okay, so backstory about me. I've been working at the company, at my job, my 9 to 5. I've been working there for 11 years, right? And I'm the oldest person there. I worked with a bunch of what I consider, like, they're young adults, but they're kids, because like I'm like 20 years older than them. Some of them are they just barely turned 20 type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, hey, let me ask you a question. Let me give you a scenario. If I were to give you something and say, hey, I want your honest opinion about this, and I don't like what you say, and then I basically gave an analogy of what happened, and without them even knowing the situation, they're like, yeah, if you don't want to hear the truth, then don't give it to me to give you the truth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, see, they get it, and they don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, I didn't even give them the specifics. And then when I explained the specifics, I wasn't naming names, but I explained the specifics. They were like, wow, like, people really got mad because they asked for your honest opinion and they didn't like what your opinion was. And that's where I'm at. That's I mean, I can't even.
And we know how artists are, because I mean, we've been artists, right? All three of us have done some sort of music. If it was just a hobby, if it was us actually trying to make it, doing events, doing shows, we've all done music, so we know that we could all be sensitive as artists, right? Because if you are taking your time to do that, you're taking your time to write. But you've told me verses I had that weren't dope, and I would go back and rewrite them. You know what I'm saying? That's what a good friend would do. If you told me I was dope and let me go out on stage with something that you didn't think was dope,
oh man, that's a bad friend.
Yeah, you're not my friend.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You're not my friend.
And here's the thing. Look, I'm an artist. Like, I'm a creative. So outside of the music, like, I write, I journal.
Those art pieces behind his head is his artwork.
I paint. You know what I'm saying? I do all that stuff, right? I was like, I look at it this way. I painted a wall, like an almost 100-foot wall for somebody off the strength. Like, there was no, hey, I'm going to pay you for this. Nothing. I went there and I painted this person's wall, and I'm giving it my all in the middle of the summer, yada yada. When I'm getting ready to finish, the dude's like, yeah, man, like, I think it needs a little more. It needs a little more something, man. It looks a little bit basic. Like, it looks kind of dull. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm doing this for free.
Yeah.
I came over here and I'm putting my heart and soul into painting for you. I'm out here sweating, I'm away from my wife and kids.
Yeah.
And I went home, and for a split second, I like second thought myself, like, am I really not that good of an artist?
Right.
So I get where some people might be coming from, where they're like, hey man, that kind of offended me. But let that be what you're saying. Because like, to break it down psychosomatic, like if you're deflecting and you're projecting your insecurities by saying, Quan, you're not a Christian and you guys are whack and you're not a real gospel whatever entity that you are because of this. And that's basically, this is my opinion. You're just trying to, you got your feelings hurt, and instead of saying, hey, look, speaking honestly, that kind of dug me a little bit because I put my heart and soul into this, and I took offense to it. You like attacking us that's the exact opposite. And you're what that doing, the attacking is what you're saying we are. Does that make sense?
And I don't care if I get attacked. I just have already warned you, if you are going to attack me for doing something I didn't have to do, we don't get paid to do this. We actually pay to do this. We've given out over the past 2 years, year and a half, 2 years, we've given out well over $1,000 just off of.
So I'm saying though,
giving $5 out, $10 out, $50 out to the best song. You know what I'm saying?
I remember a couple weeks ago, there was like the purse was like $100 and something odd dollars.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Something crazy.
No, and you know what? I'm one of those people too, man. I'm fully. My best moments in anything I ever did was when someone really told me the truth.
Yeah.
And how you see truth and how you take truth are just two different things, right? Because if you are not ready, I mean, this is like, we could go spiritual on this. If you're not ready to bring something to the light, so i.e., I'm a music artist, and you can't just lackadaisically say you're that. Like, if you have put money into making music, if you've put money into distributing music, if you promote music all single day long, you can't say that you're not doing it, and let alone you can't come to a station that is offering critique and submit a song, right? So all I would say is the best times that someone ever, helped me move along, grow, get better at something I was doing was when they were honest with me. How you see honesty is truly your personal outlook on it. But I know from this particular show, if the ideal was to intentionally hurt people, it would be worse than what you see.
Oh man, come on now.
It would be worse than what you see.
Way worse.
Trust me. So at the end of the day, it does come down to personal opinion. And if it gets to the point where you feel you got to personally message and reach out to somebody, we won't get super deep on this. Don't submit your music.
And if you reach out, we've had other people reach out, but it's not like in a way where you guys are wrong. You guys aren't Christians, stuff like that. So just anyways.
Cordell, what up, man?
My thing is, one last thing that I want to say about it was because it had to be brought to my attention. Like there was a second where I thought somebody said, "Oh man, I'm gonna battle rap you."
He did.
And
oh wow.
And for me, like this is for me, because nobody in the radio show knows who I am, right? And I'm not saying that like a boast. I'm saying that like nobody just knows who I am. So like Quan says he gets petty, like I get petty, man. And so I was like, nah, man, they don't want it with me.
This dude took a beat that was recorded in my studio by another group.
And then just redid it
and did a battle rap over that beat.
I did a diss track, and like we had like there was brothers like, hey man, like the things you said, that's not very Christian. I was like, well, what they did wasn't very Christian. So like I will serve what is being served. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like that is what really
but we're not doing that. That's the point. Like if we were intentionally, you know what I'm saying? I love it, man. When brothers come to me, and it is how I am built, and it's not like everybody, and I feel you. I think Josiah gave a great balance to the conversation in saying that I've been on the side where critique hurt me.
Yeah,
man, but brush it off.
Yeah,
brush it off, man, because this is your opportunity to either get better or to decide that maybe this ain't for you. I run a nonprofit based solely on purpose.
Yeah,
it's a purpose driven. That's obviously a God-willed, centered, Jesus-centered nonprofit, but it's not even about hurting your feelings or just saying something just that goes against what you think about yourself. It's God has so much more for you in what you're called to be doing, right? Yeah. If the music, and even Mission said it when we were interviewing him, if it's just not great, it's just not great.
And the Bible even says do everything in excellence. So to say I'm doing this for the Lord and you want to do it cheap. If I'm going to do something for God, so let's say you're trying to impress a girl, right?
Yeah.
And you're inviting her over for dinner. Are you going to give her a McDonald's McRib that you microwave? And some fake flowers? Or are you going to really, if you can't cook yourself, are you going to have someone help you cook?
Man.
And make a really good dinner and have some real flowers that really want to impress that lady or that man. If you're a girl cooking for a dude or whatever, you're going to go in it excellent. But real quick, we do have another guest, and he's going to do some critiques with us. So speaking of not being a Christian, from the That's Not Christian podcast, he is definitely happy to tear apart your music with us tonight. But I got my man Jimmy. What's good, man? Unmute your mic. You're muted. Hold on. Let me see if I can unmute it. I can't unmute it myself. Nope. Got nothing. Your mic's on mute on Skype.
Cats and they feeling some people like KFC better than Popeyes.
Man.
There we go. Man. It's unmuted, but I still can't hear you.
Oh, I still got that weird
We're getting
sound.
some crackle in your...
some record crackle.
Yeah, we're just getting crackle in there. We're not getting your mic.
Try turning it off and turning it back on again.
Yep.
Been here, man. Shout out Quan.
We're gonna make this work.
Mic check.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
What up, bro? How you feeling, man?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for having me.
Dude, we're glad to have you on. That's not Christian. We're not Christian. That's what we hear all the time. So tell us about the podcast real quick, man.
Yeah.
Real quick, man. It's just four brothers getting together, barbershop talk. At the end of the day, we talk about, everything from politics to UFC to, who's a better MC, Jay-Z, Biggie, or Nas, just what regular conversations that we have in the group chats that, people at church might say, hey, that's not Christian, and hence the name.
That's dope, because sometimes they think I have a sports show, and I've posted it up before, and I've had, because we have Speak Life Radio, because Gorilla Cross is ran by Christians, they're mad that it's not a Christian sports show. And it's funny. I'm like, we can't talk about other things like we talk about other things in real life. So I like that. I like the whole concept behind that. Who came up with the name?
My boy Switch, he's one of the co-hosts. So he would just joke around every time we'd have a conversation about something. He'd joke around like, that's not Christian. That's not Christian. So when we sat down and decided to have a podcast, we knew that was going to be the name.
That's dope, man. Definitely strategic and good. So how long you been in media and doing this? Have you been in media before? Or is this some just brand new? You decided to do a podcast?
Well, in regards to the podcast, we're gonna celebrate 2 years next
All
month.
right. Dope.
Nice. But I'm a marketer. I've been doing social media marketing now for like 5 years. One of the other co-hosts, Jay, who's out in Queens, he's also into social media marketing. So that's pretty much our background.
Dope. So you guys are all in different spots or what?
Yeah, we got two guys in New York, one guy in Atlanta or in Georgia, and then myself. I'm in LA.
Nice.
So when you guys actually record your podcasts, like, so is it a live stream? Like, is it a like a video podcast, and then you take the audio and then make it separate, or is it just the podcast alone, just the audio?
No, it has a visual component. We live stream on YouTube every Mondays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We've actually never met. Like,
really?
One
nice.
of the members, only one of the members, Jay. He's actually visited like every state and met everybody, but the rest of us haven't met each other.
That's dope. That makes it even doper to me.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
And it's funny when you do finally meet in real life, because this happens all the time when we go to events. Like, oh man, nice meeting you, and I forget that I haven't met somebody because you interact so much on social media with people. I forgot I didn't even meet you in real life before.
Yeah, man.
What was your biggest "that is not Christian" statement ever said to you? Curious.
Said to me, or something that I've said,
or something you've heard someone say that's not Christian, and then it was just kind of like a big deal.
The topic that always comes up is like drinking. That seems to be a big one amongst Christians, where drinking beer or drinking any type of alcohol seems to be the most popular one.
Man, IPAs are the best beers. I'll just put
IPAs
that out
are
there.
the best.
I'll put that out there.
That's not Christian, guys.
I drink Lagunitas.
Get my DMs blown up again.
That's
Here
true.
we go.
That is probably what they would say to that. Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
And I don't drink, so stay out of my DMs.
All right.
All right. So are you ready to tear up critique some music with us?
I'm ready to be honest, man.
All right.
There you go. Truth.
Have you done anything like this before?
I mean, I've given my opinion about certain, artists, certain music before, but our podcast, we generally don't cover like critiquing music. So I'm excited. They're gonna be in your DMs, not mine.
Hey, actually, we have your social media handle on the screen, so we could definitely get your DMs lit up too,
filtered.
Let's go. I'm all about the smoke, man.
All right, so what we do here, we give a 1 out of 5. We give a critique up to 5, and the best song of the night gets $10. Sometimes we get donations, and we give away the donations. So if you want to Cash App us or anything like that, hashtag Quan59, just like my name, we will give that money away too. So if you guys like what we're doing, we will give that money to the best artist, and sometimes top 2, top 3 of the night. So friendly critiques, real critiques. This is going to be fun. But Jimmy, man, I'm definitely glad to have you on, man. I know we've been chopping it up for a little bit.
Thank you for having me.
I know your allergies kicked in a couple weeks ago, so you couldn't get on with us.
Yeah.
But it's all good. We are here.
We're here.
All right. First song we got up is, let me pull it up. Holy Grind Till It Comes is the name of the video right here, right now on Speak Life Radio Live Music and Video Review. Here we go.
Yo, say you gonna put my levels where they need to be, right? Bet. Let's work then. Look, if you a CHH artist and what you saying is not impactful, you have failed. It's real talk. Talk to him, grind. I'm usually misjudged. In fact, I feel I'm failing if they didn't, cause that would mean I'm just as self-centered as those who did it. A part of me embraces the hatred, no sarcasm, but honestly, get irate at times when I know they're dissing. The God in me calms me like the wife's hugs and kisses, sweet melodies that drown out the ignorance of class and symbols. Not perfect, haven't ascended. I'm still coming up, hit the climbing to an advantage point where I can see what's in that window. See your blessings pouring, Lord. Little rain on me. Come as humble as I know. Pray your grace on me. Get mercy for the low. When you discount our faith in thee, I'm humbled even more. Just knowing that you think of me, what seems impossible. Lord, you make a way for me, so I would never fold. Despite solid folk who break on me, it's worth much more than gold. Salvation, though, is given free. I just pray my soul claims that ticket that Christ paid for me. Till it comes. Command your atmosphere. Don't break and don't you bend. Failure is not your friend. No, you can make life what you want. Have faith in who he is. Despite your flaws and sins, endure until the end. No, we gon' speak your God in real. Blasphemous quotes from bitter folk who won't submit, who promote living bogus and try smoking, no way cares. I know the system broke, but we can't fix it how you live. Can't expect a brighter future when you make darkness a trend. I'm square for praising Jesus, but you're the one that's boxed in. Limited to reason when my God is limitless. And you filthy as a pedophile the way you mislead kids. Y'all know I ain't lying, I ain't sugarcoating nothing. I'ma pray for you anyway, bro. See you living fast, interstate, yup. Even I had it rough like an interstate truck. Flip pounds for the cake, thinking down was up. I ain't never been fake, never been a punk, even strong for the Lord. I'm emojis up, spit a 154. The flow built tough, elephant in the room, hope the flow built tough. Commune with me, Lord, I won't spill that cup. Eat his bread, no wonder how he fills me up. I'ma push to let my brother feel that love. Get him hooked though, I ain't talk about no dub. It's a footnote, anything can heal with love on a good note. Speak life to my hood, do my best to reflect Jesus and pray that his kingdom come. Speak it till it comes. Command your atmosphere. Don't break and don't you bend. Failure is not your friend. No, you can make life what you want. Have faith in who he is. Despite your flaws and sins, endure until the end. No, we gon' speak it till it comes. Rain, let it rain. Look, man, God gives us the authority to speak life to things and death to others. Therefore, as a CHH artist, it's my duty to impact others that they may speak life to righteous living. It's not just entertainment.
All right, that is Holy Grind Till It Comes right here. Speak Life Radio Live Music and Video Review. I'll go first. I was going to have... Should I have Jimmy go first because he is brand new?
Yeah.
Jimmy, we're going to let you go first, man. We're going to put the pressure on you. I don't want you copying our answers.
Man, so it's out of 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 out of 5. But go ahead and critique it, video, music, all that stuff.
I feel like the best part was like at the end. You know what I mean? When he started spitting in triplets, like that was like the best part of it. In the beginning, I was not feeling it at all.
Yeah.
I thought the bars were weak. I thought the hook was weak. The recorded sounded kind of like he did the recording. You know, it didn't really sound like, it sounded like something you would download off of LimeWire if you're that old.
Dang, he said LimeWire.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, I would give it I'm being nice, man. I'm giving it a 3.
Oh, that's really nice.
It's actually good.
Say all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you give the rating again because your critique didn't match that rating because that's above average rating.
That's above average.
2.5 is average.
2.5 is average.
Dude, I'm gonna have to say a 2, man.
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to say a 2.
I gotta let you fix that. All right, a 2 from Jimmy. So his first song you didn't like. I'm gonna say the same, some of the same things. I thought he could rap. The video to me took away from the song because I did like the song, but the video, it was just, he had that effect that he kept doing where it was like the outline that was kind of getting on my nerves, and it was it was just over and over again.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the only effect that they had for that video. Everything else in the video is like you're just on the court. You're not really doing enough to make that song a video.
Right.
And so if you're doing a video, you want to bring that song out.
Yeah.
And it should enhance the song. And to me, it took away from the song. And then the hook, I agree with Jimmy. I didn't like the hook at all. And it wasn't the lyrics in the hook. It was that if you would have had a singer on there, if you would have had that girl that was singing on Mission's album, that would have made the song sound so much better instead of trying to sing it yourself. So I would have definitely just got a singer. And that's something that rappers try to do all the time. They try to sing. I don't know if they want to pay. They don't want to pay the $50 to a girl to come in and sing, or $100, whatever you need to pay, or you don't have someone in your church that can sing. But definitely get somebody to sing that, because that would have made the song seriously 10 times better. It really would have. Because lyrically, you had some lyrics. There was, not everything was super dope, but he had some bars. He could rap. But yeah, I think that's the main thing. Like, that song didn't necessarily need a video. And if you are going to do a video and you don't have a big budget, there's so many ways to be creative without having a budget for a video. And get someone on that hook, and maybe less talking before and after the song. The song should speak for itself. You shouldn't have to talk the song out. So I'm going to do the same thing, man. I'm going to give it a 2.1 because I want to be 1 point ahead of Jimmy.
Nice.
Make me look like the bad guy, right?
Who we got next? Me? Okay. Yeah, man. I liked the message I like that I think that the statement you said in the very beginning was, if I'm not pointing them to the truth, then I'm failing as a CHH artist, man. That's a bold statement to start with.
Right.
Be careful too, man. Like, because then people are gonna want to ask what you mean by that, right? So, if you want to keep it music, I think like Quan said, that can maybe be put into the song itself. We've critiqued other rappers that kind of have your flow, like you kind of have a lazier flow, right? Like kind of like a Trey. Who's the guy from Houston from ABN? I forgot his name, but anyway, so kind of like you have that deliverance that is kind of like deliverance. You are delivered in the name of it. No, Shabba. Nah, you got the delivery that has that kind of sound to it. But I would encourage you, man. I think you were all over the place with the cadence. I kind of heard you, and you kind of made it work, and then it just sounded like you really just, if you would just kind of stay on beat, it'd probably be a little, I think it would flow better. So that's one thing. I think you can accentuate a little bit into your delivery, because I think your delivery, it can tend to sound like you're just talking as opposed to like flowing, right, to rapping. Other than that, the hook, I mean, you can always add definition, add different layers to your songs, and that could have, like Quan said, that's a good point, man. You could always look at what could bring my hook to life a little bit more. For the video itself, I didn't really mind the actual edits on the video, but at the end of the day too, when you do the same edit the whole time, it can as visually as a viewer, I can definitely just kind of get bored with it, right? And I think you could have maybe whoever's directing, editing, and we've had this combo before, if you don't got the budget for it, you don't got the budget for it. So I could only judge you by what you have a budget for. In saying that, at least you had some quality shots as far as it's in focus, it's high definition. But other than that, man, I'd give it a 2.4. All right,
man, y'all making me look bad.
No, you gave it a 3.
Well, so
we talked him down to a 2 though.
I'm gonna give the track 2.5, and here's the reason why. I was listening to his rhyme patterns. Dude is like crazy technical. Like not a lot of people were will pick up on like his bar pattern. Like in the beginning, it was like you rhyme, and then here's your rhyme, stop. And then when you started his next verse, the way he rode was the same as the first bar. The words matched, and then he like wrote it on, like he rode each pattern.
Yeah.
And then when he came into the second verse, completely different pattern. Then like completely different pattern.
Yeah.
So I always appreciate technicalities when it comes to an MC. But the reason why I'm giving it a 2.5 is because I think we all agree, like there should have been, I even wrote it down, needs to be a singer. Like there should be like, don't sing. If you can't sing, don't sing. You know what I'm saying? But I really like the message, man. And like saying some bold stuff is really, really good, you know, especially like when how he was saying you're as bad as a pedophile if you're misleading these children while you're trying to claim to be a Christian with your music, you know. So like that type of stuff needs to be said. So that's what I'll give him.
Definitely. All right, next song we got is Tomorrow's Hope is the name of the song. The artist is Corey Mills right here, Speak Life Radio.
Corey.
Coping with this situation.
I got the wooden spoon.
He's cooking up in the kitchen, son. Come on.
Literally.
Looking toward the skies every night, I see the light, hoping for the prize. Past the satellite. Situations reading on me, galloping like horseshoes. 2020 put that metal on me. Can I handle it? Turning your tip? Really, I don't even know if I'm tripping. The bounty is slipping. Quarterback only, I called it the penny. Harder ways on me, I thought I was winning. Guess I'm fed up. Struggles, I won't let up. Nah. I will make it through the night. In the morning, it will be alright. Yeah. Daily, I will testify as a living sacrifice. I will make it through the night. In the morning it will be alright. Daily I will testify as a living sacrifice. I know I believe him, I believe I'm achieving. Every goal in my readings, I got heavier weight. This road is misleading, yeah. I can't help but look out on the other side. Yeah, still I testify. If I ever needed something, he did it. My enemies gotta get with it. He's at the top, I'm at the bottom. I call it the foot and taught me to go get it. Give me the pieces, I put them together in prayer. Fixed, they thinking I did it. Point them to Jesus, the only reason I exist. I give them this, blood out the list, yeah. I will make it through the night.
And I want him to keep going.
Yeah. It's too short.
Daily I will testify.
Because the raps are better than the singing.
As a living sacrifice. I will make it through the night. In the morning it will be alright. Daily I will testify.
This part's way better too.
As a living sacrifice. Coping with these situations. Falling on me. Falling on me. I will make it through the night. In the morning it will be alright, yeah. Daily I will testify as a living sacrifice. I will make it through the night. In the morning it will be alright. Daily I will testify as a living sacrifice.
The picture, right?
You crazy, man.
Hey, the more I look at that picture, I just realized he's wearing an all-black chef's hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All black everything.
Yeah.
He cooking. He cooking.
Man, I'm gonna go first. Song structure.
There you go.
The hook was cool. It's just too much singing. The raps were way better than the singing, so I would have stuck to more rap. The beginning of the singing just sounded off key.
Yeah.
It got better. The second half was dope.
Mm-hmm.
The second half sounded really dope. And so I would have done more of that, maybe fix that up. But then it was so repetitive. And then the beat was kind of average for what he was doing. I like the flip of the beat when he started rapping. Mm-hmm. There need to be a lot more of that and a lot less of the singing. So for that, and then for the album cover, I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm gonna give it a 2.4. because of that. Because what were you thinking? Like, let us know in the comments for real. What is that about? Like, tell us what that means. You're a chef. You're cooking up some hot fire. I don't know what's going on. But Joe Sype, I'm gonna let you go next. And what I give it a 2.4.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I like the way the beat was made. Like the beat was really, it was simple, right? But here's the thing that I like. I like every time when that build up and then the drop would come in. Like tracks need that more. Like I think because it doesn't matter if you know what they're saying or don't know what they're saying or you're into what they're saying or not. That right there gets you like, okay, I'm ready to get back in and see if he comes better, or like I want to see something different. You know, the beat is just as much as the lyrics. You know, so I liked that part. I just couldn't get over your face on the cover, my man. And then the more I kept looking at it, it's like you were in the actual fire cooking yourself with like 3 different, like you had like all the different kitchen utensils that look like they must be the used.
Album cover.
Right, he's saying the it's the second track on the album called The Pot. Hear the album, you'll get it. So
okay.
Have to hear the album, but at the same time, that's going to make me want to listen to see why you're wearing a chef hat with fake fire.
I really liked like the rapping, dude. Like I was feeling it. I wish you would, because like there were some verses where you were only going like 8 bars, and I really wish you would have went more. You know. So but yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I'll give it a 2.3.
Okay. Jimmy, I will let you go next.
All right, yo. The artwork, man. The artwork was trash, man.
That deep breath, though.
Listen, go to Fiverr. You can find all kinds of graphic designers there. Get yourself some artwork, man. Don't do it yourself. You know, that looks like you did it yourself, or you had one of the homies do it. Don't do that again. Don't do that again, man. I couldn't tell if it was like Iron Chef or an ad for like kitchen utensils.
Man,
if I saw it on like on Spotify, I definitely wouldn't hit play just based off of that.
Man.
I like the idea.
Speak
on
on
that,
man.
But the execution was just it wasn't it, man. It wasn't it. And I've seen people do it. Like I know. I think it was Raekwon did something like that where he's rocking an apron and he had like a knife or something like that. So there's ways to do it. That wasn't it, man. I thought the melody was catchy. I like the melody. The melody was I thought was good. The singing was okay. I think that his second verse was a better verse. But again, like Joe Sype said, I thought it was kind of short. Like I wanted to hear more. What else? Yeah, I'd give it a 1.8.
All right, 1.8. And just to kind of piggyback off what you're saying about the artwork, the idea of it is cool. If that's a concept. If that's concept art for the album, it's cool. But it could have been executed a lot better. The photo could have been taken better, all that stuff. So I think that's what he's talking about. He's not killing the concept, because I agree. Like it looked very amateur, and you could have done a lot more with that to bring that out more and to make it funny instead of being made fun of. It would have been funny, like, yo, what is this guy doing with a really dope picture with all that stuff going on, Because honestly, that could have just been a photo. You didn't really have to do anything else. It could have just been a photo with all that stuff in the background or whatever. But yeah, Jared.
Yeah, man. I think I'd love to know how long you've been doing music, because and we talked about this last time. I think it was on the show. There was a brother that we know, I know personally, that I just think he was trying to like knock it out of the park, and he had so much reverb and so many different kind of like bridges into hooks, and I think you just didn't have a focus in this, man. I think the rapping was at points like Joe Sype was saying, like you were getting it, and then it just out of nowhere you would stop, and then the hook kind of reminded me that is the new age sound, like super reverb, super auto tune, and even the way you were kind of the delivery in that was kind of how these younger kids are doing it, right? But I just don't think like it was a central focus on just the structure of it, right? Like Quan said, and then I feel like ultimately when you're gonna put a song like that out, you want to give them something that represents you. You want to give them something that it has continuity. Like you were starting and stopping so much. Your highs, your lows were like just a little off, man. But I would encourage you. It's funny, we got brother Cordell in the chat too, man. Sit down with a songwriter. Like maybe sit down with somebody that's been in the music industry for a while, because I think you have potential.
Right.
I do.
Yeah. Definitely.
You have potential in your sound, in your delivery. I just think the way you structured your song could use a little help. And I even spoke on that too the other day, man. That could mean everything for you, right? I've seen people, I've been hearing this since the days of when Rihanna first hopped on the scene, right? Like they were melodyne in Rihanna's and made her a singer. Like she couldn't even really sing when they found her, right? Not to say that you should do that. I'm just saying like the production, post, and then even pre with the songwriting can really help you, man. But as far as the song goes, I give it a 2.5.
All right. There we go. All right. The next one we have, let me see. Oh, he sent me a WAV file.
Uh-oh.
Downloading. All right. This is Vinny Vincere. They Can is the name of the track.
Vinny.
Yo, me and my cousin Vinny, only Christ is the counselor with no Joe Pesci. Good fella connecting the sword of the spirit, swinging his blade on him like Wesley from Detroit to Miami. They getting all of this blessing. My bro sights on sight as he preaches his word of life. There's power in the blood, enough to give a blind man sight. All the things that we witness make a grown man cry. No need for no juries when they testify. Surrender, we got the victory, big wins, no diddy. These people talking about energy. We just walk in the spirit, we live and watch the forgiven. I see the cross, you can get it. Be free from all of your sins. Today we walk in submission. I just wanna spread the good news worldwide. Keep the seeds from choking when they fall on the wayside. Fruits won't produce if there ain't no sunlight. The Lord is my shepherd, he shall keep us close tight. Yeah. They can't hate us if they want, but we still gotta love them like the sun. We ain't gonna lie. You can't doubt it if you want. Go ahead and keep putting up a front, but you've been advised. There'll be nowhere to run. When the clock hits, Jesus gonna come. They will see us rise. We still praying for everyone, even when we out here being shunned. Blessed to be alive. Burden off of my shoulder, curtain calling us over for sin, and all of the soldiers are sinning. Floss they controlling. Spin the block with the word living in me, cocked and loaded. Like Sydney's time for the world to see Jesus Christ when he show up. One hands up in victory, knees down on the floor. Sober mind to see the vision. I'm reaching out for some more. I go the mile, I reach the end and believe in God to be sworn. And in his name, demons cower. I leave them out on the floor, and it's real. The Lord saved me for real. Been to the water down in Jesus' name. Holy Ghost feel. Most of these people can't walk in faith, going by fields. Betraying Jesus, Judas style, to get you thrown in the field. Witness the opening seals, the final countdown times ticking on watch dials. The angels part the heavens and Christ coming from out clouds. The people dying, but prepare a way for the righteous. Deceitful lion tossed in the lake, the kingdom rise in sight. They can't hate us if they want, but we still gotta love them like the sun. We
All right.
You can't doubt it if you want.
Yeah, that part's dope.
Keep putting up a front, but you've been advised. There'll be nowhere to run. When the clock hits, Jesus gonna come. They will see us rise. We still praying for everyone, even when we out here being shunned. Blessed to be alive. All these false prophets, purpose with strange fire. What's a form of godliness when you deny the power? These men are lovers of themselves. Satan couldn't be prouder. He the prowler, the one that plows you. He's the founder of secret society, trying to move in quiet. With the spirit of the Yah is moving in undoubtedly. So much wisdom in the word when you read through all the scriptures. Those against us, we have nothing to fear, cause God is with us, the one that delivers. When the spirit is triggered, that old man in the river, that's my spiritual causes. You need to reconsider, the evil one divorce him. You see the bride is near us, no need to reinforce it. He won't force us and won't forfeit, so join forces. The God of Israel, he the boss of all bosses. So don't cross him, hold your cross when you cross him through them crossroads, as we lift those that are falling. They can't hate us if they want, but we still gotta love them like the sun. We ain't gotta lie. You can't doubt it if you want. Go ahead and keep putting up a front, but you've been advised. There'll be nowhere to run. When the clock hits, Jesus gonna come. They will see us rise. We still praying for everyone, even when we out here being shunned. Blessed to be alive.
That part's dope.
Right? I'm looking at the comments.
Okay, a 5 for me.
Yo, shout out, man. Vinny Vincere. That is, I can't remember the name of it. They Can, right here.
Yeah.
Speak Life Radio, live music and video review. What was playing next? Okay. No iTunes. No, keep playing. All right, man, dope song. I'll give my critique first of what I would do different. Is on the hook, I would have a female voice under what you're doing, doing a different voice, because I feel like that hook was really dope. But if it had another voice going along with it that was just like super smooth and writing that,
That'd be
because you're
fire.
writing the beat with that.
Yeah.
So if you put like a female voice behind that doing the same thing, man, I think that would have like really set that off all the way. But other than that, that song was already dope. That the beat, very just energetic. That's one of those songs that if I'm riding around in my car, I promise I go from 70 to 85, not even knowing, you know what I'm saying? You just automatically start going faster with that track. So I thought it was super dope, man. I liked it a lot. The mix the lyrics on the verses were a little thin. So I would have beefed up the vocals a little bit more. But that's just like super technical critique. Other than that, I love the song actually. So I will give the song a 4.4 for that song right there.
Okay,
Vinny Sincere.
okay.
Vince here. Jimmy, I got you next.
Yo, I thought it was dope, man. I mean, yo, thank you for tuning in. This is over. It's a wrap. You know what I mean? Like, I thought he did his thing, man. The hook was catchy. He could do a spit. The beat was knocking. And the message was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was the gospel. You know, it was a very nostalgic song. It reminded me of, the early days of CHH, the golden era of CHH. I give him a 4.5.
Nice.
Word.
All right, Joe Syph.
I'm giving this track a 4.5 off the strength. There was one part of the song that it was hard for me to listen to. The very first time that bass line comes in, that like, because it was drowning out the lyrics. But as it built up, you can tell like the delivery. There were certain parts where dude's voice was just raspy, so you can tell he was in the booth just like just giving it, you know. I like hearing like deliveries like that. And that was just one. Was that one or two people?
It was two people, I believe.
That's what I thought. So like
yeah.
the thing that I miss in tracks is when you ping pong off of your.
That's another thing I wanted to mention. The ping pong
dope
was super dope because that people don't do that anymore. That is kind of an old school rap style, but I love when you could pull it off too.
Yep.
Some people try it, they don't pull it off.
Right. So I mean, and then I like the feel of it. I liked, especially when that when then it was matching the way your cadence of delivery. That was super fresh, man. Like little things like that show that the artist like knows what they're doing. So yeah, man, definitely. I liked it a lot. 4.5. I could talk about this track, man. Like this is a dope track. So yeah.
Yep, Jared.
Yeah, I would say, man, the way I look at it and how I, kind of assign different tiers of different rappers and how they present themselves. And, man, you would be somebody that, very polished sound, man. Like if you're not already, rolling out your music through distributing portals, if you're not already looking into different types of marketing and promotion behind your music, man, very polished, definitely East Coast gritty, right? I didn't really hear too much that I would even say. I think Joe Syph hit it on the head. I think at one point you went so hard in that East Coast accent that you kind of just veered off the beat a little bit, and then kind of faded out. Making sure that you keeping everything just tight. You get the gritty sound is a great sound. It's a good delivery. It's just, man, that would be the only thing, man. I'm just gonna do one more 4.6.
Yeah.
All right, I see.
Okay.
All right, we want everyone in the comments. Give your critique too. Give us your rating in the comments. And also, while we're playing the song, if you love the song, give us the heart. If you're on Facebook, give us the heart. If you don't like the song, give us that angry face.
No. I saw somebody. They said no.
Sometimes the angry face is like the stink face.
Angry
right?
face. Yeah, it's like, man, that's dope. Like, yeah.
Could be both.
But just give reactions to the song if it's just fun. If it's sad. If you just don't like it at all, give us a sad face.
I wanted to say something. Who was it? Hold on one second. Mark. It was funny. As soon as the beat started, he's like, "All right, this gets a 4 for me."
Yeah.
No, wait, that's a 4.4. No, wait, that's a 4.5. And then as the song kept going, he's like, "No, this is a 5. This is a 5." Like, he just kept building, man. I thought this was dope.
And that's Mark Music, still tuned into our show, even though we gave him a 0.5
shout out Mark
last week.
Wow.
So shout out to Mark Music for making bad music and still tuning into our show.
That's
We
alligator
appreciate
skin.
that.
I like it.
He getting better.
Appreciate
He gonna do better, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, next song we got is called Remember Dem Days with a Z. Kings of Christ Music Syndicate is the name. Is that the artist or is that a group? Kings of Christ Music Syndicate.
Man, syndicate always has a negative connotation. Even in literature, it always has a negative connotation.
Like cartel.
Yeah.
Remember Dem Days. Dem Days right here. Speak Life Radio.
Boys.
Y'all ever just get to thinking like what you've been through and how you just made it through what you made it through? I know some people's story tougher than others, but man,
I like his voice.
remember them days when I was lost, I had no hope. I said, remember them days when I was crying on my knees. I said, remember them days when I was begging God, please. Said, remember them days, remember them days, remember them days, remember them days when I was lost, I had no hope. I said, remember them days when I was crying on my knees. I said, remember them days when I was begging God, please. Said, remember them days, remember them days, remember them days. Remember them days, feeling so low, which way I go, begging for mercy, praying for mercy, please God come through. Remember the days I was stuck in the trap, I was going just crazy, just out of my mind. Contemplating suicide a dozen times, I was down on my knees, I was ready to go. Remember them days when I was busting, I was shooting. Remember them days when I was robbing, I was looting. Remember them days when I was trapping, I was moving. Remember them days, remember them days, remember them days. Remember them days when I was lost, I had no hope. I said, remember them days when I was crying on my knees. I said, remember them days when I was begging God, please. Said, remember them days, remember them days, remember them days, remember them days when I was lost, I had no hope. I said, remember them days when I was crying on my knees. I said, remember them days when I was begging God, please. Said, remember them days, remember them days, remember them days. Feeling so broken, feeling so cold, no strength in me. Gas tank on E, with no hope inside me. I'm looking up, I'm screaming, please, God, please. I'm begging now, I'm down on my knees. My Heavenly Father lifted me up anytime that I need. He died upon that cross, gave his life up for me. Now I see the truth, now I see the light, now I spread the gospel now. Now I see the truth, now I see the light, now I spread the gospel now. Remember them days when I was lost, I had no hope. I said, remember them days when I was crying on my knees. I said, remember them days when I was begging God, please. Said, remember them days, remember them days, remember them days, remember them days when I was lost, I had no hope. I said, remember them days when I was crying on my knees. I said, remember them days when I was begging God, please. Said, remember them days, remember them days, remember them days, remember them days when I was lost, I had no hope. I said, remember them days. Remember them days when I...
No, I don't. I don't remember.
You want
Don't remember it all.
You don't remember that?
All right, man. You need. Are you in Vegas? I think he might be in Vegas. If you are, we have a booth over here. We have good mics.
yeah.
That definitely needs to be recorded in a better studio, and that's just to start off.
Yep.
That definitely needs to be recorded way better. The recording sounded very home studio, and not even home studio mixed well.
Right,
just very like $100 mic. Not knowing how to mix, not knowing how to even stack. Didn't sound like you had an engineer with you doing that to even give you the proper critique. Sounded like it was mixed by Mark Music's engineer. Really bad mix.
No.
Mark Music has the bad mixing. But and then the song itself, way too repetitive with the hook. The message behind the song was great. That's the good part. So you have that down. Now, when you have that, be a lot more creative how you deliver it. Because there wasn't a lot of creativity. I feel like you're trying to be modern with your sound, but didn't pull that off. I'm not sure how long you've been making music, if you're new at making music, or if you used to make a different style of music and now you're trying to conform to what is popular. But he didn't pull off the sound he was trying to do. You need a lot of work. I think you need to get around people that make music that could help you out, and to format the song and everything. Just way too repetitive with the remember the days. So I would do that a lot different. The message behind it is good because you're talking about where you came
testimony.
from.
It's a testimony
song.
right.
So
yeah, like
you hate dogging that, but you want your testimony to really reach people, you have to deliver that in a way that's really going to grab people and not distract them. And the song is distracting because it's not mixed well. So just do a much better job doing that. The delivery or the message is there. The delivery is not. The mix isn't. The flow, the patterns you had, the whole sequence of the song is just not there. I'll give it a 1.2 because the message was there. It'd probably be a Mark Music if it wasn't.
Dang. Let's go. Shout out Mark.
So I know you saw that. No, so I'm actually on the other side of Quan's critique. So if like the catchiness of the hook, the repetitiveness of the hook, like it's still in my head right now. Remember them days? But like even the da 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 da, like the melody, like it's there. So you achieved what you were trying to do right there. You know what I'm saying? So that I give you kudos for. I love hearing anybody who came from the street and now they're giving their testimony and they're showing basically, look, this is what I used to be. I was just gully and God saved me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like hearing that. So off the strength, I'm going to give you a 3 because that's what I like. Now, I agree with everything that Quan said. Dude, that the mixing, the recording. Now, if you're working with all that you have, keep going. Definitely keep going.
Right.
And like how Quan said, I always tell people this because this is how I did for the longest time. Quan can attest to this. Instead of spending money on my own equipment to do the stuff at home, I would take my money and go to a studio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then once you get in there and you start doing shows or selling merch or doing whatever, or people like start giving you like paying you to do something, then you can start investing because now you're in a studio. Oh, what mic is that I rapped on the other day? Because that mic sounded better than the one that I used before. What amp did I use? Da 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 da. And then so once you're in the studio, you can see how it is. So then you can start cherry picking all the equipment that you want. Feel me? And that's what I did. That's why, so that's my encouragement to you. But I really like the message. That's why I'm giving it a 3 because, I mean, shouts out to the cats that came from the streets like me and like turned it around. Word.
Right. 3.
Yeah. Yo, again, like I said, like anybody that has a strong testimony like that, because like, it takes a certain type of person
I feel like
to actually
a 3
squeeze
is a song you would actually play in your car.
So again,
I think
like
a 3 or higher is something you would play in your car.
If it was mixed better, I would. If it was mixed, if it was mixed better, and like, I mean, you got to get technical.
Right. I feel you.
But it takes a certain type of person to squeeze, and so like, we recognize our own.
I feel you, but
yeah,
that didn't even that got lost in the mix.
In the mix, yeah. But we do have more critical ears than most.
Yeah, true. All right, Jimmy, what do you got?
I think you guys covered all the technical stuff as far as the mixing, the levels, and all that. I thought the hook was catchy. I didn't care too much for the rapping part. I think that needs a little more work. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it. I like the message. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I definitely appreciated that. So I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
All right,
Jared.
Nice, man. It's cool. I just because everybody did touch on the obvious, but and I guess I could add a little bit to that, man. Yeah, just if you're gonna do it, man, go into a real studio at the very least, right? Because I think you have a lot of people that, and we get it. Mission spoke to that a little bit when he was on earlier. Pandemic forced a lot of people, professional, super independent, just new to this, into the house, right? Whatever the case. That's not the area in music you want to lack in as far as your quality, blah, blah, blah.
True.
But I'll just say my personal sentiments. I feel like, you could look into all facets of music, man. Music is so many levels, right? It's not just being an artist, right? I think he has something there where I could see someone else taking parts of what you wrote and making that into a really good song. You get what I'm saying? So, because I think where you're at with it, it's just really basic, not too much structure, but I could see someone taking that and really making that into like a good song. I don't know, like a really good song. So I don't know. Maybe look into writing, man. Maybe look into other facets of music, because it don't always got to be in the front. Based off of even the art unless you're a 30-year-old white guy, like, I don't know, it sounded like you weren't. That the art, you could have probably got more of an intimate picture that fit your song. But
I feel you.
You know
what
I mean?
saying.
Yeah, it's kind of like just a super stock photo. But 1.9.
Do we know how long he's been doing music?
I'm not sure.
Sounds raw. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then even the name, is it a record label or what? Kings of Christ Music Syndicate. It's
a whole lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot to say, and it's not you know it's not even catchy as a name for a music group or anything like that. Not trying to like kill your whole style and dream of what you're doing, but maybe fix that too. There's just things you could do. So get around people that can help brand you and hit up Jimmy. He does social media marketing, so he could market you and make you famous off that one song right there, right?
Hey, so let's go. Hey.
All right, before we get into the next song, I want to get into our topic of the night. Because I'm wearing some very satanic shoes right now.
Oh my gosh.
And the only shoes I have in my closet are very satanic. And it is a Converse, and I don't have these specific ones. So these are the Satan shoes, I guess.
I'm not gonna front, they look dope.
Collab with Rick Owens feature. Pentagram symbol leaves the internet scandalized. So you see the pictures. I wasn't happy about it when I first saw it on Instagram. Converse is now owned by Nike. So if you're mad at Converse, you have to be mad at Nike too. So if you're burning your Converse like a LeBron jersey, you have to burn your Nikes too. You have to go get your $1,000 Jordans you have in the closet. You have to burn them. If you're a real Christian, you have to burn them. But no, I'm joking. Do what you want with your shoes. Everything we're wearing, everything you probably buy in the store, probably has people that made it that probably aren't Christians, that probably have different views than you. So the pictures, are they disturbing? Yeah. Are people being more blatant of that culture? Probably. What do you guys think about this? And I put a poll up on Instagram. And I don't have the specific version of the shoes, but I have bought a lot of Converse recently. So, I mean, every pair of shoes I own are Converse. So, what do you guys think? Even the people in the comments, what do you guys think about these shoes? Or not just these shoes, not these shoes necessarily, but Converse as a brand. And now that you guys all know that Converse are owned by Nike, Nike is a brand. Joseph, what do you think? And should I quit wearing Converse? So, yes or no?
I'll never tell a grown man or anybody what they should do. That's between them and whoever they talk to at night when they're going to bed. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this: One Stars, Chuck Taylors, All Stars, all of them, man. Like I've been rocking Con since I was a kid. Yeah. Like that's part of the East Fresno garb, man. Like that's what we wear, you know. So all the colors, all the whatever. You know, it's fine. Like I think sometimes that people as believers, we get a little bit overzealous in what we feel, and that's okay. We've all been I think I can say this. Jimmy, like I don't even know Jimmy. This is my first time meeting him, but I'm pretty sure there's one point in your life in your Christian walk where you were just a little bit overzealous about something. We've all been there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We've all been there. Like to the don't read Harry Potter because it's teaching your children witchcraft. Yeah. And by the way, I've read all the books, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, do what you're going to do. I think those shoes look dope. The pictures look kind of crazy, but I think the shoes themselves look dope.
I think the shoes are hideous, by the way. I think those are horrible I'll pull them up again.
Nah, dude, like how high up they go, those are dope, dude.
But the square front.
In the front?
They're hideous.
Dude, those are definite workout shoes.
But here's what happens. Here's what Christians do a lot. And here's what the marketing knows that Christians are going to do. They piss you off for a reason because you're going to market them more than anyone else would. And you have free marketing by Christians getting angry. Yep. This happens all the time. I see it once a week on social media, right?
Yep.
The Christians are going to get mad and they're going to market it so much saying, don't do this, don't watch this, cancel your Netflix. The Christians, there was that show on Netflix, the kids.
The stripper thing. Yeah, no,
I can't remember.
Dance thing with the girls.
Little dance thing with kids. And Christians are the only ones I heard that from. I didn't even know that Netflix film or show existed besides from Christians being so outraged that they ported all over the internet. So if I was a marketer with a brand that and I hated Christians, I would market something to make Christians angry because it works every single time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every single time. Jimmy, what are your thoughts on this? And should I stop wearing Converse?
I think you should stop wearing Converse, period, because they're hideous shoes. I use that word to say that. I'm from LA. I'm from California. Never wore a pair of Chucks in my life.
I never had either, man. Yes.
Man, come on.
Never. And I never will. I don't you know what I mean? They could put a picture of Caesar Borgia up there and I still wouldn't wear it.
Oh, come on, man. That's Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Now, it just seems like that's the marketing strategy now for every brand is try to go beyond crossing the line. You know what I mean? Try to trigger everybody, be as controversial as possible. And lately it seems like it's all, you saw Lil Nas X. He did his version of the Air Maxes with the blood in the air bubble and all that. And I think it's just, it's just for hype. Like you said, Quan, they know that Christians are going to talk about it. They're going to hype it up. It's going to trend on Twitter. People are going to Google them. They're going to go see what they look like. Where can I get them? And that's the whole objective.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think our job as Christians is to not always call out the evil in the world, because we know the world is ran by who?
The world.
Right.
Exactly. So I do get upset when I see the Christians just jumping on the trendy stuff that we're not supposed to be doing, but we're called to live and do different things, right? Jesus called us to do what? Make disciples. Not always call out evil, not always call out politics, not always call out celebrities and what they're doing wrong and what they're feeding to your kids. Preach Jesus. Do more of that instead of preaching what's wrong. Preach what's good. The good news, right?
Yeah.
And too many times we're jumping on the trendy topics of what not to do instead of being an example of what to do,
Yeah.
So Jared, what are your thoughts on that, man? Do I stop wearing Converse?
No, this is where you just got to ask yourself, how are you trying to talk about this, right? Because whether or not we blame this on United States being a consumer nation, whether or not this is shock marketing, whether or not, you should stop wearing shoes, whatever the case is, it's just depending on how you really want to talk about it. I think, does it make me lose sleep at night? No. Brother brought up a good point, so we are in the end times. I mean, it just is what it is, right? Like we can't now. Who I have that conversation with is dependent upon who the person I'm talking to, right? I'm not going to go deep into it if someone doesn't understand it. It says in the end that the days will grow colder. We will see more of a wickedness across the land. We're seeing it. I mean, at the forefront of again, I could rave the red flag on every single thing that I feel is just inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's been there. I mean, go to Cartoon Network past midnight, and if you understand even half of what the Bible is saying, it's twisted, man. But at the end of the day, I'll speak to the Converse directly. Let's not pick any bones about it. And I know on a certain level, if we're having this conversation in a certain place, in a certain way, you guys would all agree it's demonic, right? Like it's super demonic. Like they're sitting here, shock value or not, right? Like if you go into the details of this who was that guy? Man, I forgot the name of it. This is going deep into these type of files, right? It was the guy that he's like a billionaire. He was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, and he was doing those things where the artwork is like super perverted. Yeah. There's kids in it. They took from that, right? Like even the boots they're wearing in some of those pictures, it's skin, right? Like there's a baby in one of the pictures. Demonic, right? Like we can't pick any bones about that. Whether or not you see it as a marketing ploy or not, it's not right. It shouldn't be accepted. But Christianity obviously is on two different levels. Like if you know that this is what it is, and if you know that this is targeted towards kids, right? Yep. Obviously, are you protecting your children? Are you covering them at the home and not just saying don't watch this or that? Are you raising them up in the way that they should never depart?
Not to watch stuff. Yeah,
right.
Because again, you could sit there and point at every single thing that just doesn't look right. Man, look, everything's like that. And then they're being so much more brazen about it. And I've always laughed because you're right. These people that aren't saved don't know that they're not saved. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when they push that Christian button and they push it even to the level that they're doing it now, that I don't think we've seen mass marketing do that because let's just be honest.
More and more is being accepted because they push the limit.
Up
then
until
they got to push it again.
Up until 20 years ago, 30 years ago, America was super conservative.
Yeah.
So of course companies would pretend that they were conservative.
Yeah.
They were just going with whatever the country the country's at. Should you stop wearing Converse, brother? Look, man, I think at one point there were some good wholesome people that made Converse, right? I don't think you put all that into one boat.
Well, like I said, they're just now owned by Nike the last few years. So this is a Nike thing.
Yeah.
It's not how Converse originally started.
Yeah. No, and it's just how you look at it, right? Like you could go to Converse, you go to Sandlot, and that was super wholesome, right? Like, you know, that's the Flyers, man. Anyways.
But real talk, if you look deep into anything you own, any products, even the social media we're on talking about this, there's a lot of evil behind everything that's created that we use on a daily basis. You just haven't done enough research, or they're not in your face telling you that that's how they feel.
Loaded question, man. Loaded question, loaded topic.
Let me ask you guys this question then as a counter, because where do the proverbial we as believers, where do we draw the line at picking and choosing our battles? Because to me, it's demonic. It's like, it doesn't affect me. Yeah, it doesn't. You know, I
said that. I didn't lose sleep over it.
But knowing it's so blatant, and our kids are very influenced by social media now, right? Because a lot of people's kids have social media. You don't even realize they have social media, and they're on Instagram, so they're seeing these things, and it's thrown in their face. So I get upset because of that. It doesn't affect me. It's not going to affect me. Like I don't feel like a demonic spirit is attacking my feet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm stepping on the devil's head. But them blatantly doing that, to me, I'm upset because it's affecting our kids and the youth.
No, and this is
that's when I get upset.
This is why, to answer your question, this is why I said it the way I said it, right? How are we talking about it, right? You want to talk about it just being demonic based off of its appearance, then that's a whole approach to this conversation. If you're talking about it from the good versus evil and how we're approaching these topics as a whole, then that's a whole different conversation. I think at the end of the day, we just see the days growing colder, right? Like this is just, we're turning. And so I want to specifically see, so what you said, I do feel like this, and this is from me, this isn't me representing all of Christianity as a whole. I think we can step out of the gray area in some of these topics, right?
Right.
Because I think we choose to stay in the gray area. Don't get me wrong. Look, man, Kingdom Music and what we stand on, I think if anyone knows what we stand on, it's definitely more black and white, right? We still want to reach out, and we still want to build bridges, and we still want to unify. But there are topics like such as this, right? To say, where do we pick and choose our battles? I think that whole notion in itself doesn't allow us to draw the line at what something really is or not, right? Like, because I know
personal thing,
Well, because I get the personal conviction thing. I've heard that a lot, but I'm saying at the end of the day, you know, I get what you're saying. Just boycott it all. Then throw your TV away, throw your phone away. I get that. But at the end of the day, I think we do see an obvious difference, right? An obvious difference. Why in this magazine did I gotta have a little kid walking around? Why? I'm not gonna lose sleep on it. God better believe you would never come approach my children or my family with that type of stuff, right? But at the end of the day, why? Like, I get it, shock value, but so meaning the thought process, we can step out of the gray area, because I think we want to stay in the gray area. It's easier to not address these things head on. The Bible is the final authority of God, right?
Right.
If we don't believe in an absolute truth, the truth of the word is just throw it all out.
Well, I mean, so the only reason why I asked that question was this. When we say, because when people look at that picture and they obviously, like, the way they're sitting is, it's a pentagram,
was even
it's
the
upside
biggest thing.
down.
Yeah, that was like,
they're dressed in black, the way they have their makeup or whatever. They're like, oh man, it's demonic. It looks demonic. But I mean, so is pride.
Right.
Pride is demonic. And so prideful rappers who say stuff like, hey man, like, I'm a better rapper than you and I'm going to smash you on the mic. That's demonic. True. So do you see where I'm going with it? Like, when you open up that gate, the flood comes, and we're there.
So to address it, I get that. This is a mass approach to how marketing is trying to not just sell stuff. In America, that's why I said, are we talking about it we are a consumer nation. I was in college and they said the number one way, you don't believe in some of these corporations, you don't believe in where they're going, you're down with the power, then boycott. And the funniest thing about it was we'll never boycott.
Yeah.
We just won't, right? Because we're a consumer nation.
Yeah.
But to speak to where you're at, it's you address those things, you're right, but you address them in a different approach. You address someone struggling with pride in discipleship, right? So this is a different type of conversation, right? Like this is a mass marketing approach, obviously trying to make money, obviously being funded and pushed through a non-biblical agenda. But at the end of the day, I like where you're going with it. The question is, should and how do we address it? Do we fully turn a blind eye? That's where I think we start the conversation. I don't think we do.
Or do we just take the approach, and this is how I kind of see it, do we just keep promoting the good stuff? You know, Kingdom Music makes a lot of clothes, right?
Yeah.
So promote more of that instead of just always.
Yeah.
Because what happens is Christians are becoming trendy. So it's like, are you a Christian that's really trying to preach the gospel and make disciples, or are you just trying to get likes to speak on the trendy stuff? Are you really that upset, or are you just trying to get those likes and talk about these things because everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're so right, you're so amazing? Or are you really trying to preach the gospel because the gospel of Jesus Christ is bigger than any of this demonic stuff that could come at us? So I think that's when I get upset, when I only see the really good Christian people in media and social media only talking about the trendy stuff, but you're never talking about what it's like to be a disciple, what the gospel is really about, and promoting what's good. You're always helping promote what's bad.
Let's paint the picture how we need to, right? And you could take it back to the critiques, my bad. But approach it how Christ approached it, right? There was how long ago was that when that gay nightclub got shot up and like 80 people, and I think majority of them were homosexual, got killed, right? Remember that? It was a big mass shooting in Orlando, Florida, something to that. Yeah. Brian put out a song, and I remember this, and this went viral. This literally went like 50 million views on Facebook. And the thing that I know people want to address as believers as a whole, when you try to clamp people and hold everybody, not whether they're non-believer, believer, whether they're whatever denomination, cultural appropriation, whatever it is, when you try to hold them to this really hard line truth, you can lose the love in it, right? You can lose the connection, the relationship. And he put the song out, and he said, if your heart gets excited, no matter how perverted, no matter how far away from God, no matter how lost, how black, then something's wrong with you, right? I think, and to speak on this, because you take those masks off those people, and you take the costumes off those people, that's somebody that is legitimately does not know God.
Yeah.
And so I think why someone is so against calling that out is because, yes, religion has crept into this conversation.
Yeah.
How we call out the lie and how we address it, we have not talked about that enough.
Yeah.
And that's why we're ineffective. And that's why we push people away.
I think it's because the agenda makes it to where we are afraid to talk about it and address it.
There you go.
That's why, that to Quan's point, that's the reason why most Christians are like, I'm furious with the righteous anger, so I'm just gonna
they run with it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why, because we've been pigeonholed for so long in one corner that we're afraid to even be like, hey.
Yeah. The wrath of man does not. What does the scripture say? The wrath of man does not produce the justice of God, right? Like, no matter how much you want to hoot and holler. That's why it depends how you want to talk about it, man.
Right.
You could go deep into it, but if it's about you not wearing shoes and Converse, brother, look, man, you're scratching the surface, man. Like, it goes super deep, but I say you could keep your Converses.
Poor Jimmy's over there in the corner, like, man.
Yeah, but Jimmy, man, I know, because this is.
I want to hear that on That's Not Christian.
Exactly.
I
do want to hear that
kind of just That's Not Christian.
In short.
You know what I'm saying?
I think you guys did a great job of, pretty much covering everything. Selah said I've never seen anyone get saved from a merch pack.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah. And it really comes down to a heart of ministry. Telling somebody that they're going to hell because of some shoes they bought or because they watch Harry Potter, I think you're kind of missing the point.
Yeah.
I think that we need to invest and pour into people. When you look at the woman that was caught in adultery, you know what I mean? Jesus didn't, talk to the Romans about passing any laws about adultery, right?
Right.
He told her, go and sin no more.
Yeah.
And he forgave her.
Amen.
I think that we need to, as believers, I agree that we need to promote more Christian creatives, more Christian music, podcasts, radio shows, TV, movies, at whatever capacity. I think that would be a better approach than just like shaming people, pointing the finger, like,
Yeah.
yo, you going to hell for this, you know?
Yeah.
Because that happened to me. Like when I first got saved, I was still wearing Timbs and baggy jeans and hoodies and all that, and you know, people were telling me, "Oh, you look like the world," even you know, and I'm here reading my Bible and everything else, and telling me that. You know,
being
I'm
in
going
hip
to hell
hop, we've
because
heard
of the
that
way I dress.
forever, right? That's something we hear in hip hop all the time.
Yeah, that's rough.
You're like the world. You're too much, you know. And I mean, growing up in church, especially when we were started doing hip hop, we're in the '90s. You know what I'm saying?
They probably crucified
and
you.
the church hated us. I mean, there was times we were called.
harder back then.
We were saying we were doing demonic music. And God is not in this music, and we would get pulled off stage.
There was ministries dedicated to that.
Yeah.
Jimmy, how old are you, man? If you don't mind me asking.
42.
All right, so we're all of the same.
Yeah,
we're from the same school of thought. Like, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like during that time, like when you were coming up, when you first got saved, and people said you look like the world, because now in 2021, now I'd say 2019, maybe even 18. You would never hear, I've never heard it, a church or anybody in ministry say, you look like the world.
There's still some that do it, but it's not. It's not the majority.
You know what I'm saying?
Churches have become seeker, quote unquote, friendly because of, and I love how brother just brought it up. Jesus approached the sinner with love.
That's it.
And he did address truth.
Yeah.
And we forgot that we can do both. And now we've blurred the lines of truth has to look like a surface love.
Yeah.
When in fact, Jesus had a intimate love for every and anybody. But when he had to say, get behind me, Satan, or when he had to rebuke somebody, Christ did. When he had to flip a table, Christ had to do these things. But the Bible said it like this, and he addressed this, Jesus head on. He said, you tell them everything that's wrong with them, meaning you wrap a heavy noose around their neck, yet you do nothing to try to help them take it off.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where the church has either set up on either side of this conversation because it's not talked about enough. We can address Converse. We can address how demonic it is. We can also attach that to a worldly marketing system, shock value.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we can do both and not feel like we're pushing people away. And then, or on the other end, feel like we're not loving people. We can do both, man.
And Richard Cutright brought it up that 1KFU recently got kicked out of a church that he was ministering at for wearing shorts.
Nah.
That's religious, man. Yeah, that's like, come on.
So
now.
there are
That's
still those
simple.
churches out there, but there's a lot more that are open into, you know, bringing Christian hip hop into their churches because the pastors are our age and they went through that hip hop phase of knowing that, yo, this is effective and this does help change people's lives.
Shout out Pastor Danny Hand. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah.
All right, let's get back into tearing up people's dreams with these critiques. Shout out to everyone tuned in. Mark Music, Richard Cutright, Christian Williams, Vinny Vincier is in the building. Stanley Strotter is in the building. My man, got Holy Grime. Got my man, DJ Lost and Found in the building. Jose Vellante is in the building. So we appreciate everyone for tuning in, man. If you guys can, please keep sharing. I know it's late here, but you know, we're still critiquing music.
I love that Stanley, he said he's been an Adidas fan since the gate. That's because I'm an Adidas fan too. Word up.
Shout out Richard. He said, you know, y'all people be lusting after them kneecaps still. Wow. Dang. Gotta cover the kneecaps. Cover the kneecaps.
All right, next track we got is my man Trax with Sunwoe Love and Isaac Dorn. The song is called Waymaker right here, Speak Life Radio.
That's an EDM music.
Right, come on, I see.
For real. Look at Jimmy.
Oh.
I don't know if that was the right song. I hope that wasn't the right song. Hold on.
Yeah, it literally ended that quick.
No, I stopped it because you know how Spotify is. Is that? Hold on.
Oh, you might have got like another Waymaker. He said EDM. It can't be EDM.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
God, man. I was about to.
You already know who it is, baby.
Okay, this is it right here.
Okay.
I do a remix for
What's
the
that
remix.
sample?
Yeah.
Oh man, thank God that wasn't the song. I was about to cancel all of them.
Waymaker, miracle worker,
Oh, copyright issues.
Promise keeper.
light in the dark.
All right, I like
Okay.
that.
My God, that is who you are.
Oh,
Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Yeah, hey, alright, he can make a way. He can make a way. He can take your darkest night and turn it to a brighter day. My God is good, yeah, so good, yeah. And he always comes through just like he said he would. Is there anything too hard for God? The answer is no, so I'ma let the world know. Ain't no sickness he can't heal, ain't no void he cannot fill, ain't no giant he can't slay, ain't no debt he can't repay, cause he's a waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
He put the stars in the sky and continue to give peace to you and I. No matter what comes my way, he's mighty in battle. Yes, he's mighty in battle. Yes. When I need help, he's always there. When I need a friend, I know he cares. He's a very present help in the time of trouble.
That pen is crazy.
You're the promise keeper.
Light in the darkness.
That's my God.
That is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
Who am I that you be mindful thinking of me? It's outrageous, Father, how you love me. I pray that I will abide and never lose my wonder. Your almighty wings I stay up under. Who you are is at the root of all the things that you do. I get excited when I'm thinking about you. If you could think, you better think. Victory is ours, I bet the bank. Jehovah Jireh, Shalom, come on, Zikanu. Jesus, he called me his friend, so what we finna do? And I don't know about y'all, but Yahweh been faithful to the end. I know he'll always make a way.
Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
That's who you are. That's who you are.
Waymaker, miracle worker,
Miracle
promise
worker.
keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
That is who you are.
Let's go. If he ever made a way in your life, let me hear you say yeah. If he ever healed your body when the doctor said no, say yeah. See, there's nothing my God can't do. Oh no, oh no, no, no. Nothing my God can't do. Oh no, oh no. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the
All right, that is Track Sunwoe, Love, and Isaac Dorn right here. Waymaker right here. Speak Live Radio, live music and video review. Real quick, though, we do have a new sponsor for the show that I almost forgot to put up, but let's get into that right now.
Overcomer Apparel, a premium Christian clothing company that here today and let everyone know that you are more than an overcomer through Christ. Revelations 12:11. And they overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony.
I'm going to play that twice because I don't think I had the audio
Christian
on
clothing
that
company
sync
that
right there.
boldly displays and promotes a message of victory and hope. This is more than a brand. It's a testimony. Connect with us on Facebook at facebook.com/Overcomer Apparel. And check out all the fresh merchandise at www.overcomerapparel.org. Get your gear today and let everyone know that you are more than an overcomer through Christ. Revelations 12:11. And they overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony.
So can I critique that?
All right, so real quick, that is the shirt I'm wearing right now is Overcomer. It's Jesus is King.
Yeah.
A really dope shirt, man. It fits super well. So I actually bought the shirt and then asked her if she wanted to be a sponsor. So I'm not
shout out
just saying
sis.
this.
Yeah,
it's not something that I'm getting paid to wear the shirt or anything like that. We just really believe in her brand. I don't even take money from sponsors if I don't believe in their product, to be honest. Like, it's not that serious. We don't really get paid here, but I do believe in her brand. She's been doing it for a long time. So shout out to the homie Valerie.
Yeah.
She's super dope, man. So make sure you guys go and check her out.
Yo, your shirt would be dope if it was black on black.
No, I like the
gold.
I like this. Yeah, I
gold.
like it.
It's got that golden night look to it.
Pops.
With
All
the
right.
drip, I see. Okay.
It pops for sure. But yeah, man, make sure you guys go check it out. You can go to overcomeapparel.org. Find them on Facebook, Overcomer Apparel, at the Overcomer Apparel on Instagram. So make sure you guys follow her right now. All right, Jimmy, I'm gonna let you go first on the last track that we just played from Trax, Sunwoe Love. They're all out there in California too.
Your man Trax took us to church.
Right.
Yo, they probably wouldn't play that song in my church, but because they do hymns and stuff like that. But yo, he took us to church, man. Like, I like this joint, man. This is the type of joint you probably listen to on your way to church. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought it sounded really good. Like, they invested in the recording of the music. Voices were clean. I liked it, man. So, man, I'm sorry, Vinny. 4.7.
Oh,
took it.
Went up a level on Vinny. Now, I did get a comment on YouTube from DJ Lost and Found. He said, quit leasing beats. So I haven't necessarily heard this beat before, but it did sound like a beat that could definitely have been maybe one of those beats that gets around. You know what I'm saying? We hear that a lot where we'll hear the same beat or at least the same type of beat. They might have switched a couple things up. So I'm not sure if that's the case. I would give it a lower grade because I think we're at a place where there's so many producers looking for rappers and singers to get on their beats that I don't think you need to lease beats like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Find producers that will work with you. So my critique is I'm not huge into gospel music. So for the song that it sounded really good. Tracks to me, and I don't want to hurt your feelings saying this, I'm not sure if you know your sound. I feel like you're always trying to sound like what that beat is. You always have that. And this song didn't have it as much, but you have a Lil Wayne feel a lot in your raps. This to me sound like now I'm going to do a gospel song, so I'm going to sound like I'm gospel now, which that's not necessarily the style of music that we're used to with you. So I don't know if you really have a style of who you are. So I want to hear more of who you are as an artist, not what is trendy, not what you want to hear as far as a song that would be played at the Stellar Awards, because that's the only type of hip hop that they would play at Stellars, right? They used to come out here to Vegas all the time, and that's the Stellar Award type hip hop that you would hear. So it was cool. That's not my style that I love. It was good. It's gospel-y. I'm gonna give it a 3.3 because the quality was really good.
Yeah.
It's just not me personally, the music I like. So 3.3 for me. Joe Syke.
I thought that the highs were a little bit too high. Was I the only one that thought that?
I think the second verse, singing verse, was pitchy.
I felt like the highs were too high, but the mixing, like the way it was recorded, the mixing was amazing. Now, my only question I'm not sure if Trax is in the comments or not. I know Waymaker is an actual, it is a worship song, and I'm not sure if it's Hillsong or if it's Jesus Culture or who it is.
Elevation, I think.
So my question is, or my comment would be
Copyright, right?
make sure you got
the
license from that because they will come after you. That's the whole reason why they have
shut it
LLC.
down.
Yeah, you won't even be able to. Yeah, really.
Yeah, they will not, like, because you're basically taking their creative, like the words are this. That's the hook. Waymaker.
You won't be able to make
Worker,
money off that. Yeah.
Light in the darkness, like you know what I'm saying. So I would look into that, and if you guys actually did get a clearance from them, like, good on you. Like, you're already a step
big,
ahead.
though.
That's
Yeah,
huge.
that would be big.
So
From
you know what I'm
Elevation.
saying?
Yeah.
I liked it. I'm gonna give it a 4. I still think that that Vinny track, like, I'm giving that. That's still in the lead with me.
Yeah.
All right. Jared, what do you got?
Yeah, he hit. That was the first thing I was going to point out. That's just hands-on, exactly what I do, as far as just my experience. One of the bigger things I do as far as my experience in music. But yeah, you just because again, if you could probably make that feel good track, it just as put it on a mixtape, put that to something on YouTube, your YouTube channel to get content out there. That's just, and I think why Joe Sipes touching that, that's just not any. It's not even a sample. You just took the exact lyrics from another very, very big, newer worship song. You definitely will find some, unless you got it cleared, unless you were legitimately like, but I don't think you got cleared because you would have to share legitimately in the publishing, and I don't think you're getting publishing from Elevation. So, but other than that, let me just get to the song, man. Really, really dope song. I liked it. I think the girl coming in, she was okay. This is the sound. I'll start with that song. You guys are familiar with Sean Johnson?
Yeah.
Christian hip hop.
Yeah.
Definitely that vibe. Love that. It's not my first choice of Christian music, but really appreciate it. Have seen Sean Johnson do amazing things with that. Like, there's a song he has, Mountains, jazzy kind of, like you said, gospel-y feel.
And he's definitely by far my favorite artist for that style because he mixes gospel with neo soul and R&B,
and he raps,
and hip hop.
He can rap. Exactly.
So he's really dope artist. If you guys haven't heard him,
Sean Johnson, man, Mountains to this day was one of those really impactful tracks for me. But when the lady comes in and sings through what seems like a verse part of the song, you can do that. It just didn't work for me. That was where I felt the highs were pitchy, just really. But God bless I like the approach of it, and that was the style, right? You are trying to go really like, jazzy, I guess you could say with that. But other than that, I really liked it. I think definitely, I wouldn't put it above Vinny, man. I would say, it probably 4.0. Yeah.
All right, and DJ Lost the Found, who deals with production and beats all the time, said he has 100% heard that beat before.
Yep.
So
and that's on every angle.
So I drop it to 2.0 for that.
Yeah.
But just get original beats. There's too many producers out there, especially at the level you're at, and obviously like the recording quality is really good.
Oh, it was amazing.
So just get more original beats. But other than that, good track. All right, we're at the time of the show where it's getting later. So if you guys have submitted and you're actually watching the show right now, let us know in the comments that you're watching.
Hannigan.
Austin
Hannigan.
That was an email, correct?
I believe so. Yeah, he sent it for the music.
All right, cool. So we'll get that after this next song coming up. So if you guys are in the comments, let us know, and we'll critique your songs. Everybody else, tune in Friday. We have a show Friday at 2:00 this Friday. So make sure you guys tune in. I'll be here. I'm not sure who else will be here with me, but we'll
I'll
get
try
that
to
all
make
figured
it.
out.
I'll try to make it.
All right, for sure. All right, so this next song is Just His League.
Okay, I see what you did with it.
Justice League. Okay.
Just
his league.
Yeah. I
played
hope
on.
the song's good because I hate when people do that.
Double entendre.
There was a podcast they're recording in here today from a church out here, and they talked about like Christian clothing, when the Lord's Gym, and all the cheesy.
Doesn't always work. Yeah,
doesn't always work.
It can work, just doesn't.
But this might just his league. It's a Cut Right, We Outside featuring Selah the Corner right here.
Oh, there you go.
Life Radio.
Right. Okay.
Hey, yo, Selah. I see everybody outside. Look like they having fun. Guess we should have fun too, right? Work the Conway, the Terminator's autonomous, and autobots in this whose delivery is on Optimus. Rappers winning a lot of lips, voice talking about checking boxes. Man, I'm a lyrical gynecologist, so don't get your back smeared. I got rhymes written from last year. Gynecologist off a Blackbeard. He's truly a mess, that Yu-Gi-Oh flex. Cause every time I pull a card, they yelling, dude, it's possessed. Nah, God's a father, and I'm just handling family business.
Hall of Fame right there.
Sailor, then drop the mask on my Stanley Ipkiss. Open the Bible to lock a woman like Big Tuna. Aiming for your face, if I miss, you'll get a Nick Jr. I'll make it a bit sooner. Zombies in Oklahoma. Ain't even reached my man Max, but I will tear a dome up. Pause. Now whoever thought you would see the day is cutting corner, but listen, not the easy way. Bang. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
A lyrical gynecologist, come get your pap smear. All right.
Click, click. This to y'all talking that 4-4 and silly schemes. All I see is some foreheads and guillotines. Yeah, I got the spirit of David, but it's really mean. Cause all of y'all looking like foreskins on Philistines. ADD to every bullet that's riddling. Cause that's the medicine. The truth is how I spot lies. How could you ever question if my stock rise? When I'm in the top 3 of at least 3 of your top 5, huh? Christ taught the corner a valuable lesson. Always chatting about the future, can't deal with the present. I need the fade with all y'all pops. Enemy is in the mirror and y'all fear y'all ops. I never understood y'all truth. Only ever got the tree of life in my booth. Forget skin color, I am you. Bet you never thought a coon could make a tree talk. I am Groot.
Yeah, talk that Guardians of the Galaxy noise. I mean, ain't ready for that though. How you just short your tracks with the quill? I see you, bro. They ain't ready for it though. You know what I mean? It's only gonna get worse from here. Cut right. Say like the corner. JLMG. GOM. Yo, by the way, like now that we're cool, like can you ask Dayton where he get his haircut from? It's just like pencil edges be like pencil edges like number 2, bro. Like I could take a test with his beard, bro. That joint be sharp. Oh, this is still on?
They crazy for that.
What's that? I can't hear you. I think I'm going through a tunnel. I can't hear you. I think I'm going through a tunnel. I have to call you back.
All right, that is Cut Right, We Outside featuring Sail Out of the Corner, which I figure, and the song was cool. It's hard, man, when you have a feature that's so strong, though, because Selah is super dope. He's one of my favorite artists, so I'm always going to give, like, a little more props to a feature when he's that dope of an artist, you know what I'm saying? But it's a good feature to have, and I think it fit, like, what you guys were doing on the song. You kind of explaining a lot tonight, because you've been in the comments heavy. I'm not reading all that. But the song was cool. It's a little old school for me. And I like old school stuff if it's done right, and it was cool. It didn't do much for me as far as like, I don't know, maybe it's just getting late. But the song was just cool. It was definitely one of those flex joints right there. But overall, it was cool. I mean, you're being lyrical on the track. The beat, I guess, I wasn't in love with the production. And I think that's why, like, when you're spitting bars like that and you want to get really lyrical, I think you need a beat that fits what you're doing with that. And I just don't think it really necessarily did. The production did nothing for me. And I think that kind of took away from, what you guys were doing and saying it in the song itself. But it was cool, man. I'll give it a 3.2 because it's, the quality was there. And then, it was funny at the end when you're talking about Dayton's haircut and stuff like that, because he always has perfect hair, Right. He always does the same exact pose. So, 3.2?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
He is not ever taking a picture with a different pose in his life.
Hey, strike that pose again. He said.
The hands crossed, like.
Stay where you are.
Oh, my God.
But, Jimmy, what you got on this?
Yeah, man. I agree with you. Selah is one of my favorite rappers in CHH.
Yeah.
I thought Cut Right, that's his name, right?
Yeah, Cut Right, yep.
He had a voice, he had a strong presence on the track, you know what I mean? I like the track. I like the beat. I didn't care too much for like the whole Dayton Barber, all that stuff. But I thought it was dope. I'm gonna give it a 4.8.
Wow, 4.8. You go. All right. Joe Seif.
So was it a mixtape track? That's what I want to know. Like I'm looking in the comments. Like I just need to know like if it was a mixtape track, because that'll definitely
answer some questions.
Yeah, of how I grade the beat, because or the track. The beat was really I felt like that beat would have been better on a different type of like flex. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're really just trying to go off like the second verse, when I came in on the second verse, okay, cool.
Real
cool.
quick, he's saying it's an original beat.
Yeah.
He's saying it's just a freestyle, which we're on the West Coast, so freestyle means off the top to us out here. So it was a written. You wrote it. I don't know why you guys call it freestyle when you wrote it. So sorry, East Coast. Yeah. But West Side, we freestyle off the top, and we don't know what we're saying, and we don't record like that. Anyways.
No, so then I mean, like the beat, I think that like the beat was I feel like it didn't match how much you guys were trying to flex. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, I mean, it was dope. It was cool. Like it was a 1-2 punch. Definitely a flex track, and I love those. So I'll give it a 3.8.
Yeah, I think when you go super lyrical, man. But you know what? Shout out to people following. Like I think you didn't hear the whole song, but there was a part where there were multiple references about being a gynecologist, right? But see, that's where someone in the chat actually cleared it up. Like he said that was a Royce the 5'9" reference, homage, and don't get your dad smeared, killed, I guess. This is my thing, and I think you said it right. Like you're flexing really hard. I'm an average listener. Like I am not going to catch something unless I really want to listen to something, to hear something. Yeah. Unless I play a track back like 5, 6, 7, 8 times, right? Off the top, I'm just going to catch your surface lyrics and just be like, oh, and you don't, this is my honest opinion. Does not mean this is everybody. I don't know if you should leave the viewer like waiting for 4, 8 more bars trying to decipher something you said, right? Because that was what me and Quan exactly did in real time. We were like, wait, pap smeared. I'm a gynecologist.
Lyrical gynecologist.
Come and get your pap smear. And it was like, so we literally let like a minute of the song go by and we're like still thinking about that. Other than that, man, like Gritty, I've met.
Were you the same way where I didn't really hear anything after that?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's why you got to be careful. But again, that's just, it's to who they're selling the song to. Some people probably love that. Exactly. Like some people probably appreciate it, love it. I did like the song. I've met Say La the Corner in person before at an event that I did a tour with Dayton before, and he's a really cool dude, serious cat. Gotta love with super serious. When I say that, I mean super serious. But
back the pose.
No, not posing. Like Dayton, just you can't get a good beat on him, especially if you've only met him for the first time. He's very quiet, but man, always have loved his body of work. Other than that, yeah, I am not experienced in that enough to really give like
gynecology.
That too, but meaning to judge that song based on the very hardcore hip hop standard, right? Because I would probably not judge it correctly because I know I literally those bars were going over my head, right?
Oh man,
judge it how you would judge it though.
From me, just a sonic standpoint, and just knowing that other than those couple bars that I obviously missed, man, I give it 3.8. Right. It was a good song. It was. Yeah.
All right, for sure. Did we get everybody?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, next track we have. It is somebody that is watching right now. It is called Praise You, Ashley Ramos, featuring Mr. Austin and Jay Contender.
Nice.
It's a video right here, right now. Speak Life Radio, live music and video review. And listen, if we gave you a review you didn't like earlier in the show, don't submit it. You're not getting 2 songs played. You got to be really dope if you want 2 songs played in one night. Dang. King of Christ, Syndicate, something. But
we'll send a cash app.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
wink,
$20 we'll
wink,
do that.
Wink.
But
he said wink, wink.
Do submit it again on Friday. We'll be doing this again on Friday. So
yeah,
check it out.
Jesus, you're my heart and soul. Please take my life and take control. No matter what I'm going through, I know just what to do. I'll always praise you. Some days I feel so broken down. Lord, give me strength. Please show me how you spoke right into me. Now my soul's at peace and I'll always praise you. Praise you, God. I'm gonna praise your name. I'm gonna praise you, Jesus.
Got my arms wide open and my heart in submission. I'm just a born again Christian on a never ending mission. Something used to be missing, I didn't know what it was. I used to think I was complete with sex, money, and drugs. Chasing dreams that were fake and living a life that was broken. I was caught up in the world on the dollar I was hoping. Until Christ was spoken, that I started to see that it's not about me, but C-H-R-I-S-T. Lord, I need the strength to be a mighty warrior for thee until you call me home for eternity. Have you heard of the King? Jesus Christ is his name. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna praise him without shame.
Jesus, you're my heart and soul. Please take my life and take control. No matter what I'm going through, I know just what to do. I'll always praise you. Some days I feel so broken down. Lord, give me strength. Please show me how you spoke right into me. Now my soul's at peace and I'll always praise you. Praise you, God. I'm gonna praise
Tight
you.
shirt.
I'm gonna praise you, Jesus.
Yeah, through the ups and downs, you've always been around. Place my feet on solid ground when I almost drowned. You are my lifeline, time after time. If you never came through, I'd probably lose my mind. Commit a suicide, I swear it crossed my mind. Thought it'd be better to die, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I battled depression as a Christian, they pitching happiness and riches. Painting a false picture that ain't in the scriptures. Don't get it twisted, I've had some good times, some great days. I'm changed by a great name, maintained by a great grace. I've had some bad times, worse days when I was doing wrong. If I'ma suffer, let me suffer for the glory of God, yeah.
Jesus, you're my heart and soul. Please take my life and take control. No matter what I'm going through, I know just what to do. I'll always praise you. Some days I feel so broken down. Lord, give me strength. Please show me how you spoke right into me. Now my soul's at peace and I'll always praise you. Jesus, you're my heart and soul. Please take my life and take control. No matter what I'm going through, I know just what to do. I'll always praise you. Some days I feel so broken down. Lord, give me strength. Please show me how you spoke right into me. Now my soul's at peace and I'll always praise you. Praise you, God. I'm gonna praise you. I'm gonna praise you, Jesus. Praise you. Praise you. Jesus.
All right, I'm gonna let Joe Sipe go first on this one.
Yeah, let Joe Sipe.
Okay, so look,
Looks
here,
like he got a lot- he got a lot
here's
to
my
say.
thing. All right, so here's my thing.
Y'all crazy.
I really liked the way the video was shot because the camera was really good. The
Hazelnet
motions,
Media,
like
yeah.
the frames per second, you can tell you guys utilize that a lot. My only issue with that is this: it looks like you guys were out doing a mission, like an outreach. So I feel like, now let me know because I know you're in the comments. Did you just decide, hey, you know what? We're out of outreach. We have a camera. Let's just shoot a video. Or because to me it looked like, hey, let's, it's like on Facebook, man, hey, I went and did all this and I fed the homeless, like, and you're trying to like show what you like. That's what I felt like it was. It's like, just go out and do an outreach and like feed the homeless and help and minister to people. Don't shoot a video about it to show that you felt like, am I the only one that felt that felt that way? Or
I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but that's stuff that bothers me on social media, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it
You mean
bothered
like
me
a
in
clout?
this video.
So I felt like the video itself was one of those posts that you see on Facebook where people are like, look what I did. I went and did something Christian today, or I did something really holy, or I did something really, righteous. That's what I felt like the video looked like. But like if you guys actually set that up and that was like a like if that was all staged, then it was shot well. Like I like it. That's where my biggest beef was. You know what I'm saying? That was my biggest thing for the video.
God be with you.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I like I'm gonna say it like my man's in the Mark said it in the comments. He said, "I hear you, I hear your heart, but but I need to feel it." You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, "I hear you, bro, but I am not feeling it," and that's what I felt like when I was like, "You're saying something that it should be impactful, like when you're preaching a testimony, and that's gonna get people to be like, wow, God really took you from A to B." But it didn't feel like that. And the basicness of the rhyme patterns and the delivery, you know what I'm saying? So like, and I just want to clear this up now. Like people will hear me rap and they'll be like, man, you sound old school. No. This rhyme pattern was old school. That's like Sugar Hill Gang old school. Like the mid school is not old school. It's just not new school. You feel me? So this is what I feel like old school is. The basicness of it, you know what I'm saying? But the testimony behind it was great. So I'm going to give it I'll give it a 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
All right. And I know exactly what you're talking about. It didn't bother me, as far as the video is concerned. So, the video was cool. I thought I was playing something else at the same time because when the beat first came in, it didn't match the look of the video.
I saw you.
And then you heard the beat tag on there. And I hate beat tags on beats. Like, just if you're gonna use a beat, like just pay a little extra money to get that beat tag taken off. Overall, I mean, it's a very basic song. It sounds like new writers. You're not being creative in what you're trying to deliver. So it's very Cat in the Hat-ish, what you're saying and the patterns and everything. So I'm not sure how long you've been making music. It sounds like it's a brand new artist to me that is older. So you're taking older rhyme patterns like Joe Sipe said, and it's like a very old school basic sound. It sounds like the dude, like it's a small church that brings in a bigger name artist, right? I'm sure Brian has dealt with this before where somebody wants to open up. If you're coming to my church, we have our house rapper that's going to open up. And that's what this song sounded like. It sounded like the youth group got together and did a song, and now we're going to present it. So when you're making music, everybody and their mom raps these days. So you have to do something to be better and be more creative. So take what you want to say, even write all that down, write all those lyrics down. Now, how could I be more creative in delivering this? How could I sound better? How could I sound more modern in delivering what I'm doing right now? So, for that, you just need to change up a lot because that's not something a lot of people will want to listen to. It's just not. And then the girl singing, she was okay. She needed a lot of help in the studio. I heard her hitting notes, but then there was a lot of notes she wasn't hitting. So you need to go back and no, you need to fix that. You need to do this. You need to do this. A lot of people just want to record the song and be like, hey, we're done recording. But you didn't put a lot into, getting it done right. And so for me, with all that being said, it was shot well. That's pretty much the only thing I liked about the whole production of the song and the video is the video was shot well. So for that, I'll give it a 1.9 because overall it just wasn't a good song. So, Jimmy.
I agree with you fellas with a lot of what you guys said. I didn't think it was a good video. I think it was a good camera. It looked like they just went outside and shot in front of the church. Like, hey, let's shoot a video, kind of like what you guys said earlier. It again, just piggybacking off of what you guys said. To be honest with you, when it first came on, I was like, this sounded like some Chicano rap. You know what I mean? Like the girl singing and
that's so funny. That's true.
It just gave me like bad vibes, you know what I mean? Like that Chicano rap feel. And the rhymes were real basic and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing because there's a lot of artists who do basic rhyme patterns. but they have emotion. You know what I mean? And I think that with that testimony, you definitely have to make the audience, you know, feel that pain and that joy. You know what I'm saying, of coming to Christ. I think that kind of like what you guys said too, that they just wanted to record it. And the second guy, it seemed like he had some trouble staying on beat with some of his rhymes. It just had like mad Art LeBeau vibes on it, man. I'm gonna give it a 2.
All right,
Art LeBeau.
Jared, what do you got?
Shout out, hey, look, man, I know Austin, man. He's gonna bring out Brian to an event. So it's funny you even said that, what you said, because I don't know, he might open up for beat. He just bought a feature for an artist that I help manage. Dude is A1 dude, right?
Right.
And even before you buy features, I get it.
Yeah.
Get better first before you spend money, because the feature artist.
Yeah.
And I'm not killing your dreams, and I'm not sure if the featured artist that you're managing will do this, but I know personally most featured artists are not going to help you promote that song. If you're not good yourself. So
no, there's definitely a standard. I put it like this, man. I got love for you, Austin. We were talking. He was in my live room before we came here, and I was like, just messing around. I was like, man, if you ain't scared, man, to get your song critique, better hop in here. He's not scared, man. So I salute you for that. I salute you. Look, let me just be honest with you, right? Wasn't that great? You can make it work though. Like if you can fix your cadence, you definitely. And look, I'm being real honest right now. I don't know if you have like a speech impediment or something like that. So I don't want to like rush and say that, but it definitely sounded like it was harder for you to, maybe it's just a rhythm thing, it was harder for you to put words in. You spelled.
Which one was he? There was two on there,
He's the second one.
Okay.
He was the second. Yeah, he's the first one that rapped. You spelled Christ, and it was like rushed, and and then you did that with another bar. You kind of like tried to fit it in real quick and kind of like not on beat into a bar. Space, man. Like you're rapping. Remember, rapping is rhythm. It's beats. It's like, you know what I mean? You got to stay on beat, right? Practice on that. Your sound, man. You can work that sound. I've heard people with sound like Elmo trying to rap, and you know what I mean, like Bert and Ernie. You know what I mean? Like you can make a sound work. I think your sound you can make work. I think. And
real quick, he's saying in the comments that's not his normal style, but if you're gonna submit to us, send us the best thing you have. That's your style. You know.
I could see that the beat was slower, so I don't know, what the style would be on even a faster beat. You would have the same issues. It would be even probably harder. But you can make it work, brother. So this is what the show is for, man. And we talked about this when I was coming over here. Just take the critique, man. Add it to your, what you're doing. I think you guys have a great heart, man. And to speak to what you said, I don't think Austin's the type to try to promote ministry, right? I think he was just, shout out His Elect Media. That's Brian uses him a lot. So you're right. The really good camera, and I think it probably was just kind of a guerrilla shot. Like we're gonna go pray for people and we'll shoot it. Other than that, man, the others that can do that rap, same issues, kind of not really. Not on beat. The girl, man, I seen some runs in there that were kind of cool, right? But then overall basic, just a very basic. She can sing. We talked about this before, but without song structure, without dynamics, without levels, it just kind of flat. But hey, man,
that's the word.
Yep. Yeah. And I appreciate you submitting, brother. Look, it takes a lot of guts to do that.
Yeah.
If I'm just being honest, and I think you can get better, I'd say 1.2.
Yeah, don't stop.
Yeah.
Keep
For
going,
sure.
man, because that testimony is what needs to be heard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The testimony needs to be heard.
Yep.
All right, we got a couple more left, and I know it's getting late, and if anybody has to leave, let me know, and we can let you out of here.
If we got a few, we're good.
Yeah, we got like 3 more probably that we got. All right, this next track is called Stay Strong by Earl Hoodie. I actually like the name. Stay Strong right here, Speak Life Radio.
Only God did this. Earl Hoodie, St. Just. United States, Uganda.
Okay.
An international collaboration about our Savior Jesus Christ. Wait, that sounds like a upgrade.
Stay strong in the Lord. You travel a long way with the reward of the sword. People laugh at me, mock of me. Took my clothes away, took my line, took my love. Yeah, the world they pushed me to the corner that I can't breathe. I pray to God to hold my hand and touch it heaven above. The world they show me pain that I can't see again. Money in the banks can't fix everything. Lord, I need your strength. Yeah, in the middle, Lord, in the middle, Lord. Slow down the pressure down in my heart, Lord. 3 days to the grave, every hour, every minute, every second, Lord. I'm losing all the air that I breathe in the Lord. Lord of Lords, King of Lords. Yeah, remove the leprosy, remove the sandalene, make me white in knee, make me stronger knee.
I know it's difficult, but stay strong, because the Lord is on your side. You are not wrong. When opposition's in your face, don't run in fear. He gave you the power and the love to draw them near to who? Jesus. I know it's difficult, but stay strong. You're focusing on time and questioning God like how long. You see the suffering comes with the job when you're about Christ. So don't forget your reward for your sacrifice.
Yeah, the devil pushed me down to the pit of hell.
You're killing me with the mix.
Eyes in the prison cell alone. The things
The
are
mix
getting
is really
stronger,
bad.
getting more harder. I see
If
the
he's from
mirror, but
Africa,
the Christ
I mean,
against me. I know it's
Africans
hard,
know how
but
to
I
mix.
can't bear the pain.
I just don't know if he had stop. I don't know if they had the equipment is what I mean.
I got it dressed in him. Oh Lord, Jesus, Lord, give me strength to move. Yeah, the government sits about abusing us. Every time telling lies to.
What I'm saying, he sent the track to the other dude, so they're not even mixed. They're both mixed bad, but it's mixed on two totally different levels.
It's like trying to edit a out of focus picture.
Give
You know
me,
what I mean?
give me a raw recording.
You
I
can make
can
it
make
work.
it sound, yeah.
Oh, okay. Make it sound better than it was.
Yeah. And at least be on the same level as the other.
It's lower, yeah, for sure. Way lower.
Don't cry. No tears, no tears.
No.
Don't chide me, don't deny me.
Well, we're judging you.
In the labor pain,
Oh my God.
in your trial time, paint my heart with the love that I heal the one. Jesus is my strength that I seek and love.
That's good though. At least that.
I know it's difficult, but stay strong.
Random.
Because the Lord is on your side. You are not wrong. When opposition's in your
It's getting
face,
late.
don't run in fear. He gave you the power and the love to draw them near to who? Jesus. I know it's difficult, but stay strong. You're focusing on time and questioning God like how long. You see the suffering comes with the job when you're about Christ. So don't forget your reward for your sacrifice. Christ reigns over all things. Yeah, doesn't matter where you go. He is in control. You gotta let them know. They don't want to hear it, that's on them. You just be obedient. Even when you get blocked on social pages, leave immediately. But before you go, you just sow that seed, so you know when the time comes, he's the one they need. How I know? I'm a living testimony. I can see where you are heading, and it leads to a dead end. So this is not for clout, for likes, or comments. This is about your life, salvation, cause it's dormant. I'm stepping on your toes because Christ wants your attention. Jesus, Yahweh, the one that I mention on almost every track that I rap about. Why is that? Because he's all that I can talk about. That's right. How is that? Cause he showed up when I was in need, and it started with a little itty bitty seed. Remember that, cuz I know it's difficult, but stay strong, because the Lord is on your side. You are not wrong. When opposition's he gave you the power and the
4
love
minutes
to
and
draw
26
them near
seconds
to
is what
who?
I saw.
Jesus.
Yeah, way too long.
Wow.
Wow.
Yo.
Man,
Whew.
that. Whew. That.
Go,
It was
Jimmy,
hard.
go.
It was hard. It was hard to read. It's hard to listen to.
Yes.
Jimmy, I'm gonna let you go
Yes.
first. I'm gonna let you go first,
He
man.
was ready.
Yo, man. Everybody don't need a rap, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
No.
yo, so you said you like the name, but I feel like that's kind of a bite off of Earl Sweatshirt. You know what I mean?
True. True.
So I don't, you know, that off the bat, like that just kind of turned me off on the song.
I wasn't even thinking that. Earl hoodie, Earl sweatshirt. I didn't even think about that. Oh man.
I just not feeling it, man. Yo, my man, what's his name? Oh yeah, Earl Hoodie.
Earl Hoodie featuring
man,
Saint Just.
Listen.
And I think
Don't-
Saint Just is the one that sent it to us.
Okay, well,
yeah. But shout
both of
out to
them-
people from Uganda sending us music. But
That's dope.
yeah, go ahead, man.
I mean, that's great. That's great. Write another 100 songs before you submit.
Yeah.
You know, this wasn't it, man. is just not it. Like, yo, like Testimony's dope. You know, I love your zeal. This just ain't it, bro. You need to write another 100 songs. Just stay in the studio, write 100 songs. Go to the studio too, because I know you didn't record this in the studio.
There's no way possible.
No.
Outside.
This was you didn't even record this on your iPhone. Like, I don't know what you did.
Android.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect Android.
I got it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just playing.
All right, what do you give it, Jimmy?
A 1.
1.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. It sounded like if kids wrote their first rap. Like,
yeah, basically.
It was extremely basic. The testimony's there, which is cool. Like, we're not knocking that. We're not knocking, what you're saying. It's the delivery, how you're saying it. The recording was horrible. The mix was horrible. So you definitely need to work on that first. This sounds like the very first recording that like a kid would do in his room and show it to his parents at dinner or whatever. Very basic. I mean, this is the second song in a row. I'm gonna say very Cat in the Hat, and not even that good. Didn't even rhyme that good. Didn't even have the same. It was just very basic. Then the ad libs in the back were just bad. The hook with the Jesus, like that's very like children's churchy. If someone's trying to bring in a rap, like we're gonna bring a rap for the kids to teach them how to rap.
Yeah.
Their very first rap at 5 years old.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like. Not trying to hate. I give it a 0.4. It's bad, but definitely. I mean, can't even get the 1. 0.4.
The decimal.
Joseph.
So it's really hard to hear music that is not mixed properly. It really is. Like, so you can't even give it a proper grade because of the mix, and that's why I'm saying I'll give it a 1. And the reason why I'm giving it a 1 is, again, I mean, we've said it a lot on the show. It takes a lot of guts to put yourself out there for people to hear it. So I salute your guts, man, your zeal, and I like
and keep your heart. Don't let that affect who you are as a Christian, because obviously you love Jesus a lot, and we love that.
The childlike faith, that's perfect. It's like, I did this, I love it, let me put it out. Cool. Now you've heard what just 4 people had to say about it. Take it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because I'm pretty sure, like, in Uganda, it's probably dope. I don't know what, I don't know. I will say this, like, I like the dude's accent. Like, if he can start like getting on beat, and like just getting real technical, like get on beat. You don't have to be like super like staccato. Just be on beat, dude. That like rapping in English with your accent, it'll sound dope, man. It will. So
and we had a Ugandan out here in Vegas. I helped produce his record, and Rayonga, and
Rayonga was dope. Like,
so, I mean, listen to people like that, and kill that, because that to me was the sound I would want to hear from a Ugandan after help him produce one. So I'll give it a 1. All right, Jared.
Yeah, man, look. I liked how you tried to, from the very jump, hey man, just collab America, Uganda. Like, I like that. Like, it's a little pitch. A little marketing, like bringing international with, domestic. That was a good attempt.
Upgrade. Almost.
I like that though.
Almost.
Yeah. Well, because so like.
He said almost.
Yeah. B. Upgrade. All right, next song. We got. That'd be messed up. Nah, but so okay, that I'll tell you why I like that, because Brian might be going to South Africa for the first time. So, to blend that in, to promote that, man, dope. I would have almost liked the Ugandan brother to like, man, like obviously the mix and stuff, but like speaking your like rapping Ugandan,
right?
You know what I mean? Like I would rather you just
native tongue would be dope.
Rapping Ugandan, because and shout out, look, I'm just getting it right here. I like that in my toughest times, in my trials. Paint my heart with your love. Come on, boy. I feel that. Like you probably are going through some stuff out there. Like, I don't know.
He said they took his land, they took his home,
Yeah.
all that. Like he's giving history of everything. His history.
Yeah. So I feel that. Like, so shout out just who you are in Christ, man. But music, just maybe again, like the brother said, just
100 songs.
Gotta keep doing it, because right now it was.
I have to correct you though, real quick.
Yeah.
Uganda's official language is English.
Is it?
Yeah, so I don't think there's anything.
Why is there that accent?
Ugandan, but
where's that accent though?
I mean, it's from Uganda, but they still. I mean, they have accents.
Speak English with
Swahili.
an accent? Okay.
They speak Swahili. And English.
Okay, so that's what I meant. Just maybe in Swahili, they say,
He's like, don't do it in English. Though.
I am English. Yeah, you could be like, my native tongue is English. But anyway, shout you out, brother. Again, your levels, but the other brother too, man. Popcorn rap, perfect. I guess, with all due respect, it was just popcorny. Like, next time, man, better luck next time. I think just this is the type of stuff where you could be better. You got to do this for a long time, and I hope that you take little steps and try to improve. And every time you do this, every song, every album, I give it a 0.8.
And what kills me
decimals
is everything that we're talking about right now about this song.
Yeah.
Is what people were upset about, saying that we're crushing, like in the DMs, like that we're this.
Man, it's
like,
just being like,
you know what I'm saying? So like,
honest,
we are trying to help someone.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're not crushing dreams, we're helping someone.
And DJ Lost the Found apologized to you, Jimmy. He said, "I know this hurt your belief in CHH."
That's
wow.
Oh man. Listen, man, we thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We got a couple more that we're gonna do, man. But definitely thank you all for staying up late. It's 11:14 here on the West Side.
We should have ended on that.
What's up?
Nothing.
Say it.
That should have been that song should have been our end note right there.
No, we need to end it on a good note.
Upgrade.
And Mark Music is gonna be our last song, so we will end it on a bad note.
Man, here we go.
All right, this next song is LED. Maine, MAINE, featuring Wayne Joshua, Tremel Wiltz, and St. Jones. That's a lot of features.
Dang, that's
especially when you're submitting for a critique. It's kind of hard, but here we go.
Ooh, the visuals too.
I can't watch lyric videos.
Whoa.
LED, 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 LED. This little light, I'ma go ahead and let it shine in me. Shine in me. LED, LED. Lord, every
little light of mine. Okay.
Best is yet to come, as light as God in me. LED, 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 LED. This little light, I'ma go ahead and let it shine in me. Shine in me. LED, LED. Lord, every dream. The best is yet to come, as light as God in me. LED. I can see in the dark, in the fog, in the nighttime. LED, I can be when he promises a walk in my right mind. The victory's not far ahead. Running laps is just a new leg. When delivery, no need to beg. I'm sending you lyrics, go track what I said. Mail time, no blues crew coming with the good news. The gospel of the apostles on the mic, old school like a soul food. Pray to breakfast, he answered by lunch. Praise and worship, we dancing at brunch. LED, we fluorescent, we up, we shining, we bright. He the light that you want.
Wow, he's technical.
It's protection when you walking through the valley of oppression. Reflection is a blessing. I thank you, Lord, for the garments that I'm wearing. My God got me gleaming and glowing. Look at music that's teaming, you know it. Check out the glory, we know that we born. We spilling the beans like a bloated informant. Tell a man snitches get stitches, but they snitching on Christians. Cause we give them the business. LED flow like your block up like Christmas. No idolatry, this is the season for my God to do just what I'm dreaming. We confess, see the light we believe in. Take nothing for granted, we rockin' with Jesus. LED, 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 LED. This little light, I'ma go ahead and let it shine in me. Shine in me. LED, LED. Lord, every dream. The best is yet to come, as light as God in me. LED, 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 LED. This little light, I'ma go ahead and let it shine in me. Shine in me. LED, LED. Lord, every dream. The best is yet to come, as light as God in me.
LED, got the shine from the most side shed on me. Broke a chains in my light cause he set me free. I'm unashamed when the gospel of Elohim. Never changing the aim from the things I speak. Too many brainless sheep headed to slaughter, but no God is there. I'm sharing from the liquor fire, I ain't trying to milk. Release your pain and your desires, y'all been trying to help. If you believe, do your part and let your light glow. Jesus say we're supposed to go on life, folks. Know the things never change overnight, though. Words of the spirit and the ton to go and fight, folks. Dust your feet and keep moving. Free will to see what you choosing. In the dark, you see how you moving. When it's only self, you seem to keep fooling. I had to learn that for me. He searches the mind and the heart. I was lying there hiding in the dark. Grieving the spirit and losing my spark. Considered for people, but I knew my thoughts. I went through the motions, but knew I was off. They get at me going insane and the pain was extensive, but now I can teach what he taught. See, I had to be broken in order to glow. Had to get root if I wanted to grow. Light and effective, a Vic, and I got and direct you the way you were needing to go. Know that me rapping ain't just for a show. Not looking for dough, just touching the soul and giving the hope for what it is spoke. Leave every distraction and look to the throne. LED.
LED, 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 LED. This little light, I'ma go ahead and let it shine. LED, LED, Lord, every dream, the best is yet to come. Is
Vinny, you got
that's a 6-minute song, so we're not listening to 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Not.
So I hope we got the person that submitted that in there. I'm not sure if he was or not. My biggest gripe about this song is the mix was everywhere. Like the ad-libs were louder than the main vocals on every ad-lib. And then the hook was louder than the vocals. It wasn't mixed well at all. And that to me, first of all, I don't like the hook at all. I didn't like the hook at all. They could both rap. The two verses we heard, they could both rap, but the mix is so bad that it gets lost. If you don't mix things right, it's getting lost in a bad mix. And then a hook, it was too repetitive, especially at the beginning. Like I wanted to let's get to the song, and it took a long time to get to it. So listen, man, you could rap, make sure your stuff is mixed right, because people are not going to hear it the right way if it's not mixed right, and people will just tune out. And I'm mad it wasn't mixed right because I wanted to hear, more of the raps, because the raps were dope. You guys know how to rap, but other than that, he rapped the first verse. Cool. So the verses were good. The hook was not. The mix was definitely not. I'm not sure who mixed it. Listen to people. Give it to people before you put it out. Let people hear it before you put it out. I talk about this all the time. Play it in your car. Put in a CD of a mainstream song that's mixed well, if that's Lecrae, if that's something else on the radio, and then listen to your song next to that to see if your the levels are the same. Because, I mean, the mix levels were everywhere. So for the mix, I got to give it a 2.2 because you can rap, but the mix was just too bad, and the song sounded bad because of it. So 2.2 on that. Joe Sipe.
I was so on my notes that I wrote down, like the one thing, there's two gripes. Obviously the mixing. I'm right there with you. But so that 808, every time that boom boom boom, that LED dum dum dum, like every time that came in, I could not hear, like it would drown out the lyrics. So that is case in point. And then when the guy said, I forget what he said, but like it was on a phone filter. It sounded like he was on a phone. Yeah. It was so loud, so it takes away from the verse itself, like your lyricism. You know what I'm saying? Because both rappers like were crazy technical, like mad technical, right? And I like that. That's my type of, like, they call it backpack rap, whatever. Like I like to where I'm just trying to follow you, ride the beat in that dun 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 dun. Dun. Like you guys are writing that. That's hard. Yeah. Like that's dope. But the mix, man, the mix is, it's hard to listen to a good track on a bad mix. So, yeah, I'll give it a 3.5 because I really like technical rappers though, Jimmy. Like I love technical rappers. Like it could be a simple kick, dirty bass sample, but if it's just like technical rapping, I'm there. I'm all in.
Wow.
Okay.
LED. So send him the song. Send him any good positive feedback in his DMs. All right, Jimmy, what do you got?
Yo, Joe Sipe was out there snapping his fingers and dancing and all that. I was trying to get into it. I just couldn't do it. Man, I was trying. I was like, man, maybe it's too late. Maybe I need some tacos. Maybe I'm just too old.
Maybe I need some tacos.
Bro, we are like 40 minutes away from Taco Tuesday ending, so we definitely have to get out of here quick.
Yeah.
Can't miss Taco Tuesday.
That's always the
I wasn't impressed with the beat. The hook I thought was whack. Yeah, I thought the second rapper was the best part of the song. But I definitely wasn't gonna stick around for 6 minutes of that.
Oh yeah, definitely
not at all. Even if it's a good song, we don't stick around for 6 minutes anymore. You know what I'm saying? It could be a dope song.
Right.
More than 3 minutes, we have a hard time, keeping our attention to that. So, especially if it's not a good song, you can't have a 6 minute song in 2021.
Right.
Yeah, it's facts, man. Yeah, so I give it a 1.5.
1.5. All right, Jared, what do you got?
I must be tired. 'Cause I kind of like that song. I kind of liked it, but you know what? Yeah, I hear when you guys say what you guys say. It's like, yeah, oh, yeah, that was there. You can never downplay the mixing and the mastering, right? So I don't want to. I've been saying that the whole night, so I don't want to change that now. I felt like for what you were trying to say, I felt like maybe were you playing off of the "List a Little Out of Mine, I'm gonna let it shine"?
Yeah.
Were you trying to do that?
Yeah,
I mean, that's interesting. Like that's like a childhood Christian kind of.
And to me, it sounded like we had 3 songs in a row that were like for children's church.
True. So that I could say that maybe you're singling out yourself to one demographic. If that was your approach, then maybe that's what you wanted, and that did okay with that. I liked it was I guess maybe because it was probably one of the more upbeat the whole night type of thing. I like that. I like the lyric video, man. I think brother said that earlier too, that use a Fiverr if you need some graphic art. Jimmy said that. So I felt like that was good, man. Like other people, they're not really, it's just not that the presentation is bad, right? I like that from that standpoint. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just even other, we seen other lyric videos that we didn't even touch. Last song's lyric video wasn't too great. So lyric video did really well. I think you got something to build on. Let me just start there, right? Everyone kind of gave the critiques about the sound and it sounding kitty, but potential, man, definitely. I guess now that I do look at it like that, you could have been a little more creative with the lyrics, I guess, right? You kind of da da da.
What you talking about the hook?
Yeah. The hook, I guess, yeah. Da 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 do da da da. I mean, for a minute there, it did it for me, but yeah, I guess to leave you with some good critique to get better. Just because I can't deny the shimmy that I was given. Because then they could be like, man, he's fake, man. He was dancing, man. No, he just gives me a low. Nah, I give it 3.0, man. I liked it. I thought it was cool. But then, yeah, mixing, mastering, fix that.
All right, for sure. All right, we have another track. I think this is the last one. We might be forced to play another one after this because we need to end on a high note, and I'm worried about this one. But this is Mark Music with "Won't He Do It?"
Mark,
right here, right now. Speak Life Radio.
Shout out Mark.
Video review.
Shout out Mark.
Yeah. Okay. I love Jesus, baby. Yeah.
Mark Music.
Yeah. Okay. I'ma keep it moving. Christ who I'm pursuing. Going for the crown, hold it down, I ain't losing. I'm still in the race. Going for the gold. Pushing past my limits. No, I would not fold. He paid my life for ransom. He's mightier than Samson. Never did it for the dough. No, there's no Homer Simpson. Satan tried to trick him, tried to use his word against him. Satan tried to tempt him, took his shots, yeah, but he missed him. Look, this is more than music. This is what I'm doing. I'm improving. Haters, they be booing, but they're fueling me. Now I'm cruising, changing the influence. Now I'm choosing to make more improvement. Rocking with the movement. Listen to it, gotta keep it fluent. I don't speak your language, I speak emojis. No time to argue with you, I'm just trying to get set free. I'm believing in this vision, I'm on a spiritual mission. I'm about my father's business. Amen. Can I get a witness? I won't stop until it's finished, till my spirit gets replenished. Was a menace like I'm Dennis, pulling teeth was like a dentist. Yeah, they laugh, but I'm pursuing. They deliver persecution. They made tribute like a I'm preaching through music. I'ma do it. If I want it, I'ma get it. Then I got it. I'ma do it. No more talking, saying vodka, catch up body. Won't he do it? Shut up, fake, shake it, fake, freak it, pop it. I'ma do it. Keep it moving.
All right.
Logo. I stay away from bozos. I pray for the Holy Spirit. It don't matter how the flow go. I was on the string, saying happy like a yo-yo. Had to put my flesh to death. Without God, I go loco. Jesus is the promo. Mark is just a vessel. If God tells me to do it, then it's pedal to the metal. Listen, get it in your brain. This is not a game. Quit complaining, we are not the same. I ain't playing, man, I'm Super Saiyan. Staying in my lane, unashamed. You can call me lame. Suffer from the pain, but I'm healing. That's in Jesus' name. Demons getting slain every day, cause I'm praying through it. Looking for a change. Don't believe me, watch me go and prove it. Target is in range. Christ is king, and he is the movement. Giving God the glory. You rocking with that frontline movement. Get into his spirit, you have power if you let him use you. Listen to his word, God will do it. He can do it through you. Be a good influence, you can do it. Let him prove it to you. Jesus Christ is real, it's been revealed. It was proven to you. You can be renewed, don't be shrewd, and don't let Satan fool you. Open up your heart, be set apart, and let the Lord renew you. Flowing in the spirit, but they not trying to hear it.
The third verse.
You reject the word, I guess because you fear it. Look, you don't even know what he done for me. Christ paid the price so we can be set free. I can prove it to you if you don't believe. I'm a living testimony, just watch and see. God is the Father and God is the Son. God the Holy Spirit, three in the one. Gave me the vision, there's no time for misery. Jesus is coming and we got the victory. If I want it, I'ma get it, then I got it. I'ma do it. I'm gonna talk it, say it, about to catch a body. Shut up, faith, shake it, faith, bring it, body.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Keep it moving, bro. I would not let you stop it. I'ma do it. Yeah. Yeah. Hallelujah, won't he? Won't he?
Won't he do it?
Was it the right tempo? Was it not the right tempo? Mark Music, make up your mind in the comments.
Sounded the
Because it was the same tempo the whole entire time. Maybe you need a new phone.
That's what I'm laughing about. Like every single time he's like, "Hey, what'd you do to my song? You put the bass too heavy. You made it too fast. You made it too slow."
Okay.
Right. No, that happened last time.
The one thing that did happen, it was lower than all the other songs, so I definitely had to turn it up. But that's a much better mix than the last song for sure. The whole song is a lot better. So submit those type of songs. I'm not sure what you were doing last time because I know you're better than what you submitted last time. And the Facebook cut out. So find us on YouTube, folks. But yeah, with that being said, he could rap. Like that was way better than, the things that we heard last time. So I think what he needs to do, honestly, is find his consistency because he submitted so many songs over the past, 2 years, and he's just very inconsistent.
Okay.
So be more consistent with your music and just keep going up from there. So when you have a good song, like make more of that style instead of and work with the same engineer that you worked with this time instead of whoever you worked with last time that didn't know how to mix anything at all. I know he would be really dope on stage during a live show, and that's the music he makes is very hype, and he has a lot of change ups, which I like a lot about his songs. Is he has different switch ups and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give this song a 3.0 because I think it was good. The mix was way better. Still, the mastering levels need to go a little bit higher. So, but overall, 3.0 for Mark Music, man. Thanks for not destroying my night and messing up my Taco Tuesday. Joe Sype, what do you got?
I'm gonna give a 3-point grade on this because one thing that not a lot of people like take into account, he was really loud in the booth. You can tell he was probably jumping around and like
right.
And so when you can get it mixed to where he is that loud and probably peaking in the reds on the board, but it still works inside the song, that's impressive to me. Like that, like whoever you had to work on doing the mixing on this track, keep them. And I feel like you were definitely this suited you. You felt comfortable listening to you. It felt comfortable, like your delivery on this track. And that first verse, man, there were punches in there that had me laughing. Like, and when I laugh, it's because it's like, man, that's dope, right? I feel that. We see our own. So like I liked a lot of the I like when people throw punches in there. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3 as well.
All right.
Word.
Jimmy, I'll let you go next. Last review of the night, man. Make it great.
Yeah. I actually like this joint, man. It just needs to be polished. You know, I love your man's energy. I was expecting trash the way you guys were talking.
Man, same, right?
I'm telling you, man. Listen,
I was like, oh man, what did I get myself into?
He's definitely delivered trash before. So now we like giving him a hard time too, though. But no, the last song he submitted was mixed horribly, and he was blaming my system for it. But yeah,
I get it. But yeah, I mean the lyrics were encouraging. I love the change of the cadence. You know what I mean? I could see him performing this live and like the whole place just being amped, you know? So I gave it a 3.
All right, Jared, what do you got?
Yeah, same. I thought, so much better than I think I've heard his before. But then how Quan was, but it's funny, man. I feel like just it wasn't me, or was that song like partly inspired by Quan, man? I think he even said it was in the chat. They hating on me, they ridiculing me, I'ma go get mine. No, I heard a little tinge of like revenge in there. No, I like the energy, like you guys said. Okay, you do not get weird with me when I say this. There's a dude called DJ Overcomer. You ever heard of him?
I know the name.
Mexican dude. So this guy, when I met him, was pretty much unknown. And he had a very like, what's the word? I don't want to say the wrong word. But he's done stuff with like V Rose, and he was a DJ on some of the tours we've done. And I think he's based out of Texas, but then he's gone around. And I kind of feel like he carried himself in a way that was like kind of corny. You know what I mean? But when I tell you this dude blew up and was not just for youth stuff, but like made a big living for almost a hype man, like almost just like, so I think, and now he's a DJ, granted.
Yeah.
But meaning there's a place for music like this. There really is, man. So if you find your niche, people would love to pay for that. You know what I mean? Like seriously. So that just kind of came to mind.
Jimmy said, it's really about just tightening everything up, like tightening that style up, and getting the mixes down better and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so I say that from a very unique, personal perspective because, if you really want to go forward and do this, like, I literally had a different outlook on this brother DJ Overcomer, and it wasn't like he was doing it to prove me wrong, and it wasn't like I was hating. Really, I just had this personal outlook. Oh man, I just realized I name dropped. So DJ Overcomer, man, shout out if you see this. Like what you say, bro?
What you talking about?
I'll see you next month. But no, I really meant that to give you something that you can really add to what you're doing, because there is a lane for this stuff, man. Like what we might look as less lyrical, to what we might look as, you're not going to get on Christian hip hop Billboard charts or whatever the case, Rapzilla freshman of the year. There's a lane for you, man. So tighten it up, keep getting better. I like your attitude shows you the type of person you are, man.
Yeah,
because
but Son had punches though, man.
Yeah, no,
like,
that's what
I'm saying.
I guess I just took what you guys were saying and then just he must be terrible. But no, shout you out, brother.
Too.
Hey man, keep going. I give it a 2.9.
All right.
For sure. All right, that's the last song of the night. If you guys were in the comments and we didn't get to your song, my bad. We will be back this Friday, 2 p.m. I have my dude, Sean Flacco. He's going to be in here live in the studio. He'll be in here, and I think we have another interview as well that we'll be doing. So tune in Friday. We'll be doing a few reviews. I don't think we're going to be doing a lot, but, we might do like 5 or 6 reviews. So hopefully you can make it.
Yo, real quick before we sign off, Jimmy, man, I really like your personality, like especially like in this setting.
He's trying to say he likes you.
No, what I'm saying is I would love to have you back to do something else like this again.
Bounces well off of what we do. Yep.
That'd be dope.
Hey, I'd love to. I love you guys' energy. You know what I mean? Thank you for having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I definitely appreciate having you on, man. I know we've built a little bit on social media, but not a lot yet. So we definitely want to get you on more. Are you going to be out there in Cali for the big 98 Man Christian hip hop concert in September?
Summerfest.
Oh, yeah. I'm man. I live out here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
We planning that. We still talking with the guys. You know, we're hoping to do a podcast. You know what I mean? During that time.
Yeah.
Kind of interview the artists, but we're still working out the logistics.
Yeah.
You know, but I live out here, so I'm gonna slide through regardless.
Dope. What part of LA are you in?
I'm actually in San Fernando Valley. Do you know where that's
Okay.
at?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah, I'm in San Fernando Valley.
He
So
probably
most
knows
people don't know
who
where
we
that's
know.
at.
Yeah, he probably
You know,
knows who we know.
Yeah. All right. Real quick, man. We have to pick a winner for it's $10 Tuesday and Taco Tuesday.
Okay.
I got 20 minutes to get to this taco truck, so we got to get out of here. But who do you guys pick for the best song? I think I'm gonna go with Vinny Vincere.
Yeah, like
myself.
you have to ask. Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, there's
Vinny was dope.
but
Vinny,
other people got
I think it
better.
was unanimous about Vinny. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think
Vinny overall.
Did I not give someone a bigger grade than that?
I think you did.
I did.
But I think overall,
Yeah. I'll say Vinny.
I think overall it would be Vinny.
Because I forgot the other. That's
I
bad.
think you gave Selah a 4.8, I believe. Jimmy. Yeah.
Oh, the
That's
cut
right, I
right
did.
featuring
Cut Right,
Selah.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. But it wasn't unanimous.
Nah.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
true. So I think I did give Vinny the highest. Yeah, I think. Vinny.
Wait. What's getting pushed back? The concert?
Nope. Summerfest still September 18th. That'd be news to me.
Wow.
Who's saying that?
Cut right is in the comments. Let us know, man, before we cut out.
Yeah, because that's been like that for the last almost month.
Well, it got canceled last year. This is Summerfest 2020
Yeah.
in 2021.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
So if it got pushed back again, that
They
means they haven't.
Oh, because of the new restrictions.
I don't know what's going on.
I didn't know
that's
about that.
right.
Yeah, they just went back up like 2 days ago. Oh man.
That's
Shout out
garbage.
Newsom. Shout out Newsom. Thanks,
That's
man.
garbage.
Wow. Today? You heard it today. Pushed it back to next year. Wait.
Man, see now
Wait.
you're trolling.
Wait.
Now
I
you're
gotta
trolling.
go. Hold
Yeah,
on,
you
man.
probably
Before we
That'd be big, man. We would.
That's
I would've-
breaking news.
I would have heard about that, to be honest. I mean, they would have. That's gonna be messed up for them. I hope it's not like
Last post was July 27, man.
What's that?
The
The last post that they made was on July
posted,
27.
Like, yeah, 6 days
And
ago.
that's on Instagram though.
Bro, they lost.
Are you on the Summerfest 2020?
They lost a lot of money, man. I hope they don't, man.
Why? Let's see.
I hope they can.
Well, if it's canceled, y'all could pull up to the Kingdom Choice Awards where That's Not Christian is being nominated for the best podcast of the year.
Oh, there
Let's
you
go.
I
Okay,
like
I
it.
see.
Hey, I
Nice.
thank you guys for the nomination to Kingdom Choice Awards. We appreciate that.
You gotta get your press right. Hey,
Nah,
I
man,
just
we
found
got-
that out. So you could you could get nominated for a lot of that
I
stuff.
don't want to get nominated. for
Oh,
anything.
okay, never mind.
I hate nominations.
Yeah.
I hate Christian award shows.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me
No,
personally.
because I didn't know there's so much press, little societies and
Press
little
releases and
committees
stuff
that
like
you
that,
gotta
yeah.
like sign up with for these awards. So
and I don't care.
Yeah,
about
so
all
you're
that.
good.
Yeah, we got too many haters,
I
bro.
don't
We
care.
got too many haters.
Well, even
Their
yeah.
website still says September 17th and 18th.
Yeah.
All right, where'd you hear that from Cut Right? Because don't be lying to us on our show. And your mix
Unless
was
he got
really
the inside
bad.
scoop.
And your mix was
Yeah.
really bad on your song. He said he was in the comments saying he's proud that that was the first song he ever mixed, and he was scared we're going to say something about his mix, and we didn't say anything about the mix. So now I will let you know the mix was bad.
Stop lying to me. Your song sucks. As a matter of fact, you get a 2.
No, the mix was actually good on your song with Selah, but you did a good job on that. But let's see.
Yeah, Vinny.
All right, you sent me. Where'd you get this email from, though? Where'd you get it from?
Nigeria.
A rich prince in Saudi
Yeah,
Arabia.
he DM'd me this big long thing, but where'd you get that from? Because
ain't getting nothing.
we haven't heard anything about that. Jared hasn't heard anything about that, and I know he has an artist going out there. Seen it from Justin Rapzilla on Twitter. Wow. Anyways, if that's canceled, that's tragic because there's a lot of artists and people that spent money on this.
That was
That's a lot of bread loss.
Yeah.
Oh, and they already took.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Look, Vinny won. Vinny won for the
Vinny
night.
won.
Vinny wins $10 and he wins a ticket to the 2020 Summerfest.
Yeah. Let's go.
We're giving out tickets to the 2020 Summerfest.
giving
It's
them away
not
for
happening.
free. We're doing it for
they're
free.
free.
Oh, he did tweet that. He did tweet that. I just confirmed it.
Wow, man. You work for Rapzilla as a writer? Don't announce that on our page. you must hang out with Luke too.
Yeah, we got a guy.
All right, Vinny, send me your Cash App. I'm disappointed. I was really about to go to that. I had people going. Where are you going to go? Doesn't matter now.
I think if Gorilla, my thing was this: if Gorilla Cross was going to go and we were going to do something, then I was definitely going to show up.
We were definitely going. We got invited, but we're not going. And wow, you
Cali
pushed back twice. And is it just because of?
I guarantee it has to be that. It has to be that. There's no reason why.
Yeah, it's because of that.
It has to be.
According to Justin.
Yeah, it has to be that. Man.
Is it just because of that though?
Because Cali's not playing. Cali's like New York. They're just not playing with that.
At the same time, I know that ticket sales weren't going as good either.
Well, because they could only even when the restrictions were pulled back, they could only take 8,000 live attendees, I believe, and that Bank of America fits like 20,000+.
Yeah. Well,
so they were already
weren't getting that many anyways.
They weren't probably but maybe. I mean,
no,
maybe.
He said no.
I've been this too long.
I heard about the ticket sales 2 weeks ago, and no.
And and also keep in mind they dropped the price too.
Yeah, they did.
They were doing a lot, I know, to try to promote it, and then it's funny we even are talking about it because we ran into some problems with their ad people. So, God bless, man. I know. Shout out MC Nice, man. I know he's trying for the community. That would be tragic, but
yeah. Anyways, man,
they gotta move it out of LA.
They probably will. They probably
Florida,
Atlanta, something like that. Yeah, wow.
The Jam Fest, or
you need to do what UFC does and just
Flavor Fest.
Pick up and
go to Florida. Go to Florida.
CHH Island, let's go.
CHH Island. Where would the CHH Island be? Somewhere in Uganda?
Catalina Island.
Dang,
Where they speak Ugandan?
Ugandan, Swahilis. My bad. I do not know my African languages.
I definitely Googled it.
There you go. Yeah.
But listen, man, we appreciate Mission that we interviewed a long time ago for being on the show tonight.
Cool dude.
Jimmy, man, we definitely got to do this again with you.
Word up.
Especially, we might just make an LA trip anyways because we just need to get out there. So we'll connect with you when we come out there, bro.
Absolutely. You're more than welcome, man.
For sure, man. We'll stay with you.
Good
too,
night.
So just make sure you have a couch for us.
All right, y'all.
But we are out, man. We appreciate it. We will be back on Friday. Make sure you guys tune in. We are out.
Peace.